And we're back. And I just realized I hadn't changed my camera. Hello. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. It cleared out the comments. We were just live a second ago. It was like I should have changed my clothes or something, you know, just do the quick change and stuff. But we are back. Now we're switching gears and we are crocheting, or I am crocheting. I've had quite a few orders actually come in over the last week. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to make these up, you guys. And hello, Margaret. Margaret's back. Panda's back. Made it. Hello, hello. Thought I'd beat you when I clicked on the one we just watched. Whoops. Long time no see. I know, right? I think everyone else is lost. I think so. Well, hopefully they'll find their way. I mean, you know, I was trying to figure out what the best way to do this was, but I just wanted to make sure that I could be here during my usual time on Thursday, which is at 11 a.m. on Frizzy Bee Crochet. This one's also going on Yummi Cats as well because we're working on a piper for the order that I got. And hello to Jackie. Kim is back. You guys found your way over, and Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa. Hope everybody's doing well. So let's just switch gears. So how was your week? Tell me all the things. You know what I've been up to, right? I know, deja vu. It's like you saw me just a minute ago, right? Oh my gosh. I know. Oh, you want to know what I've been working on? It's not done. Okay, it's not done. But I'm working on I've been mentioning the gingerbread ornament idea thing that I had. So this was originally based off of that birdhouse that we did for Santa. And I ended up kind of rejiggering the pattern. I'm creating a gingerbread house ornament. So far it's like this. So it's going to fit a tea light candle inside, and you'll be able to see. Obviously, it's too bright right now, but when it's dark, you'll see it through the chimney. Where it is, there it is. You'll see it through the chimney. Both sides have windows. And then I'm thinking a door, you know, maybe a door that can actually open, and that way you can change the tea light out if you need to, or add batteries or whatever you need to do. But yeah, so this is how it is so far. But I'm also thinking like maybe either a wreath or maybe a wreath on the back, because the back is kind of plain. I also want to do gumdrops on the top, so that has to be made still. But yeah, I think it's coming out nice, you know. It's one of those kind of things. The roof, the little lines on the roof, I'm not that crazy about because of how the chimney did, but I don't know. I'm still thinking on it, you guys. This is the first prototype. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you're feeling better, Margaret. Yeah, and Panda's doing better. You get to be a big baby just for this week, okay? But you're back to work next week. Oh, Mandy, thank you so much. That's awesome. And let's see. And you were still hanging out on my site. Yep. Yummicats.com. Yummy with an I. Where did I find the roof? I made the roof. What do you mean? Where did I find it? I'm confused, Kim. I'm confused. But yeah, so, you know, because of the chimney in the way, I can't really do the pattern as well. So I don't know if do I want to keep that pattern? Should I just make the roof white and then just make the chimney as it is so that it looks like it's snow topped? That would be cute, you know? So I'm still kind of thinking on it. Oh, good. Okay. So I better hurry up then, huh? All right, get back to work. You gotta keep me in line over here. So yeah, what I probably shouldn't do is go live a third time, right? My husband's like, one live a day is enough, but I don't know. I have fun with you guys. Yes. Let's see. So I think it should just work if you do that, right? Yummicats.com. Oh, it's coming through twice because I'm on both channels. That's the website. And then obviously if you want to find me on YouTube, it would just be the @Yummi Cats. It's just Yummi Cats. So it worked. Okay. Like I said the other day, because of that I'm streaming through Ecamm, you can't actually, I can't see that it's a link. So you have to tell me if it is or not. You can see my ginormous frizzy bee. Remember, I bought him in Seaside. He's like a big bee. He's like a big guy. I love him. He's so cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Good. That's awesome. So have you guys been following along with any of the advents on any of the channels? Okay, I need a stitch marker. Here's one. I know Kim's doing her like dishcloths and stuff, the 20. Are you doing 25 days, Kim, or 24? I'm just doing 24. So I'm doing 24 days of paint alongs, basically. You could just hang out and paint with me. Gosh, I need to stop with my restless leg, you guys. I apologize if the camera's ever shaking. It's because my leg is going a mile a minute. Because that's what happens. Wait, you're doing 26, or I thought one day had 2, right? So you're going to still post for 25 days or something like that. Thank you, Daigo. Yes, that would be amazing. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because I'm here a lot. Yes, you come hang out with me and keep me company while I'm working on all the things that I'm working on. Oh, Aberdeen wool box, the Tangled Poets box. Oh, that's exciting. I can't really do wool, but I still am very excited for you. The only thing that I've bought that I'm hoping will work okay, and I can't guarantee this because I haven't made anything with it yet, but I have 3 colorways of the oh my gosh, it's Michael's favorite. What's it called? Big Twist. I had a brain moment there. It's the Big Twist. And I think Michael said he can actually touch this one because he can't do wool. But I got 3 colorways, you guys. So I'll just hold them up real quick like that. See, aren't they pretty? Never knew what an advent was till I was like 30. I want someone's like I know, right? So these are all like spacey themed, which I think is what drew me to them because my son loves space. But yeah, so I've got, I think this one's Whirlpool Galaxy. Yep, Whirlpool Galaxy, Mars Landing, and Andromeda, which was the name of my husband's band when he was younger, which is pretty cool. So I got these colorways. They have 20% wool in them though, so I don't know if they'll feel itchy once I make stuff, but I've like done this a lot. It's been okay. That's weird, right? I wonder what's the difference? Like, how come you can touch that one with the 20% wool, but normally if you just touch any wool, you'll have a reaction. It's just so interesting. Kids each have their own advents too. We have a Hello Kitty one, a Minecraft one, and a gemstone one. Nice. Oh my gosh, your kids sound like my kids. My daughter loves Hello Kitty. My son loves gemstones, and they both love Minecraft. That's too funny. Yeah, I love Big Twist yarns. I do. Except for, it's interesting because, so Big Twist has their plush line as well as the Bernat blanket, right? So Bernat blanket and Big Twist, they both have their lines. And so Big Twists were on a better sale than Bernat. And I recently bought the sprinkle color, which is like the pale, it's kind of the pale pink tone in this one. And I bought a whole bunch of it because it was like on a good deal. This was a little while ago now, so it's not going to be on the same sale anymore. But I bought more of it. Even though they're the same bulky 6, they're the Big Twist, it's like slightly fluffier, which makes them bigger. So I have to keep that in mind. Although I think when I was working on the sprinkle the other day, I was trying to use the Big Twist. I'm pretty sure I added an extra row of increases, and that's why it's also bigger, but it will be bigger anyway, whether I add that extra row or not. So yeah, we've been doing, so this was meant, I got this at Daiso. This was a DIY. It was like all just plain wood, and then you could paint it. So I kind of followed along with their way that they painted them, but then I did my own thing for Santa and such. But my plan was, okay, I'm gonna make a cute advent for them, and we'll get little things to put in the boxes and all of that. But then the problem is these boxes, you guys, they don't fit anything. Like, I fit my pieces of paper in there because they're so tiny. You can't even fit 2 Hershey Kisses in there, you know? So I'm like, well, that won't work. So it's become my little advent for my peen-along. And that's all that it's good for. And then I have their little things that I bought wrapped up in tissue paper. I just hand it to them each day. It's kind of anticlimactic. An Advent wreath when you were a kid. Oh, that's exciting. So what, there was like little things on the wreath that you could pull out of it? Or never done an Advent either. Yeah, I used to pick one at work and do. I feel like they're newer because I don't even remember having them around when I was a kid. So I learned Advent this year. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm allergic like Michael is. Oh, I'll let Michael answer that for himself then. For me, if I have anything usually that has wool in it, I start to feel like kind of prickly, and not necessarily having a breakout reaction, but it just is uncomfortable. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What did I do, you guys? 14, no, 12. I don't know. See, I'm talking and now I have to frog because I don't know what I did, but I did whatever it wasn't right. That's what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it was on the 3rd row that I did it, that I made a boo-boo. That's the problem, Mandy. We would buy the kids those little chocolate ones that they have at the stores. And yeah, they can't wait. And so they'll end up, you know, I'll go and I say, oh, it's the next day. And then they give me this look like I already ate the next day. Like, well, what's the point of buying them if you're going to eat them all? And then those are usually pretty cheap too. So, you know, you'll pop one out and then they're just under the front sheet, right? And so the other ones sometimes will jostle out. And so they'll open the day and it's missing. They're like, did you eat it, Mom? I'm like, no, I didn't eat it. It's because it's like tucked underneath there, you know? No candles on the wreath. We would light a new one every Sunday up until Christmas. Oh, interesting. So that was like before the whole worrying about putting candles on on flammable things, right? They used to put candles in Christmas trees. Bad idea, bad idea. Don't do that. Everything's like LED now. I still remember when I was younger and they came out with the embossing powders and stuff, and we do the stamps, and we get those light bulbs that were, obviously we didn't have LED, so they would get really hot, and then you just hold the paper on and it would melt the thing. On occasion you'd accidentally touch it and it'd burn your finger and stuff. Do you guys remember that? And now people are just taking their hot guns and they're just like boop boop boop. Now it's all done. So much easier. Yeah. Oh, you found out that allergy at boot camp. No. Yeah, your allergy is way worse than anything I deal with. I think those will be okay. They feel soft, so. Hi, Arvind. How are you? Good to have you back on the channel. We're just talking about, well, different things. Wool and allergies to wool and advent calendars. Yeah. I think the kids, I don't know. It's hard because my son is 11 and my daughter is 7.5. So trying to find things that excite them, especially him, my son, he's just like, everything is just whatever, you know. I'm like, come on, son, get excited, you know. Get excited for this little silly toy that mommy bought you. Oh my goodness. Yep. Has anybody finished their holiday shopping yet? Or are you still in the throes of shopping mode? I need to still buy some things, I think. Soon. I think I'll probably be done soon, but I don't know. It's so hard to buy for people, especially if they don't give you a list and then you're just trying to wing it, you know? Trying to see what they made me. I ordered that one that I usually get. It's well, lately it's been the candy cane mocha that has the soft top on top with the crushed peppermint, and it didn't have anything on top. So I don't know if they made the same thing or not. Wow, Kim, you go, girl. You're finished? Oldest daughter's 8 and she's already not into toy. Yeah, they're just not. And I find that it's like this stuff just doesn't excite them anymore, you know, which is sad. They want more expensive things, that's for sure. Like I know my daughter wants a well, she wants a vanity because she's very into skincare, her word, not mine. And so you hate the holidays but you love Christmas songs, Panda? How does that work? Oh my gosh. And then Mandy, she loves anime and Pokemon still, so we can get her lots of the merch from there. Yeah, there's no lack of merch from those. Hi Sammy, how are you today? Oh, you're throwing yarn in Arvin's window. That means that she subscribed, Arvind, if you're not sure. And that's what that means. That's what we say in the crochet world. I know, right? Tell him to get a job. Exactly. Exactly. It's tough. And my son is like, so he's going through this, I don't want to say emo phase. It's not emo in the fact like where we, you know, they used to be, or maybe I'm thinking of goth. He's not wearing black and all of that, but he's just more, I don't know, he's just very moody at the age of 11. I know, you know, I like that idea too, Kim, experiences instead of stuff. He really wants, so there's in the Pacific Northwest, I think just because we're in the south of Washington, right? Like Southwest Washington. And so around that area and in the upper part of Oregon, there's supposedly a club, if you will, that we spoke to a guy that had one of those gemstone stands at the fair that they had at Clark County. So anyways, so we spoke with him. He's part of this group, you know, and he said that they go on trips and they go digging and they are, you know, finding gems and I think they get to keep them. And so he really, really wants to find out more about this group. So that's one of those things that I might try to get doing for him, you know, just because I think that he would really enjoy that, especially if he can keep them. If he's just mining for them and then doesn't get to keep them, I think that wouldn't go very well. Right. That's the thing, Mandy. Yeah, especially for kids because they don't understand it because they're not experiencing the experience at the moment. You know, they have to wait and they hate waiting. So, oh, tomorrow's your English exam and you're very nervous. Have you been studying? I'm sure you'll do great. Your typing has been very well, so you're spelling things right. I started digging the mummies took over the world. Yes. I know, you never know what you're gonna find. I'm like, where are we going? I don't even know where these places are hiding, but They're hiding somewhere close by, apparently. Okay, wait. 1, 2. Okay. Just got to make sure I'm doing this right, you guys. My little mummies. I just don't know what to do with them anymore. Oh, Liz, my daughter, she wants a vanity and a phone. That's not necessarily the order. I think the phone would come first, but those are what she wants for Christmas. It's not my son's fault, it is. Yes. My son doesn't know what he wants. That was a whole conversation. I was just like, okay, what do you get really excited about when you open it, you know? And I don't know. Like, okay. How about like art supplies? That's exciting. It's like, yeah, I like art. I'm like, come on. I'm trying to get some sort of emotion out of him, you know. And he likes the Pokemon cards because he likes collecting. That's always been something with his being on the spectrum, is he's a collector of things, right? So it's the act of collecting that he really enjoys. But with the Pokemon cards, he's looking for these rare cards because he likes the rarity of them. And so he'll start going through them and look them up online to see if they're worth anything. So he'll be like, Mom, I got a card that was worth $12. I'm like, dude, that thing costs $50. I didn't say that, but it's like, try to think, okay, long term, eventually they may be worth something more, you know? Yeah, cash. Hallmark. I can't even say that. Hallmark channels movies on the TV now. Only time of year I'll watch Hallmark. Yep. And Arvind Panda wants to know, where are you? I think that's who you're asking, Panda. Yeah, so I don't know. We got him he always likes to get like sodas. He likes sodas and stuff. So we have them in a fridge in the garage. And so we got him like this little mini soda can dispenser. It's like a mini fridge, you know, that will have it come down. So it's like kind of like a little mini vending machine for his bedroom, which we thought would be a fun gift. So we got him that. And I don't know, we've just been going around. He has an iPad, and he really likes to use Procreate, which is not Procreate. Is it Procreate? Now my brain is having a moment. I feel like that's not. I think it's Procreate. It's the one where you draw. Oh my gosh, I use it, but my brain it's having a day. And Magic the Gathering. He has not gotten into that. He has a hard time with games, like in the sense that he has to always win, and that's something we've worked on him for a long time, and you know, it's okay not to win. We have one of those, Kim. My father-in-law has it, actually, and for a while it was exciting, and then it kind of fizzled out. You know, the excitement of it kind of fizzled out. Oh, you have one, Daigo? You have a birthday close to Christmas? Oh, oh gosh, and you share it with an older sister. So you probably had a lot of joint birthday parties and such, huh? Wow. But yeah, what was I saying before? So we got on the Soda Stream. Oh yeah, so he likes doing the digital art, but he uses his finger because the iPad that he has apparently works with the Series 1 Apple Pencil, and we tried using my dad's one, and we couldn't get it to connect. So we're thinking something that, like, if there is a way to get him one that he can use, then we'll try to do that. Otherwise, it's going to mean getting a whole new iPad, which I don't really want to do that. That's expensive. So yeah, I'm going to do what Panda suggests. You're getting a pet rock. I got a rock. Remember that? Charlie Brown. I got a rock. Oh, good old Charlie Brown. I think, you know what, guys? I'm not counting right. I'm talking, I'm not counting right. 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. This is what happens. Oh gosh, that would suck. Yeah, I don't want to have my birthday on Christmas Day. No, thank you. I was supposed to be born on Halloween or right before. I was on the 28th, but close. Pawn shops, yo. Ooh. What is the best for YouTube videos? Ooh. So when we bought my daughter one, we actually had a guy build her one, and he was able to get, like, I'm not a computer person. My husband was the one that helped with that, and my brother. So they knew what specs to get. But yeah, we had him build it, and it was like, he charges, I think, 400 and something. So it wouldn't have even hit that number. But yeah, I'll have to think on that one, see what we can come up with. Mom's birthday was the 27th of this month, so it's just after Christmas then. Okay, let's double check that I'm doing this right again. 1, 2. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I am going to have to frog. Panda, are you working on your blanket? Here we go. Okay, we'll be good. Lana, did you get your crochet hooks going? 3. Here we go. So I think after this, I need to, what do I need to do? I need to keep working on orders, and I want to finish this gingerbread house so I can do a tutorial. That's going to be my goals for the day. So what is everybody else doing? Row 29 out of 200. Hey, you're making progress. Making progress. What about Michael? Is Michael still in the chat, or did we lose him? Your cat, yeah, your cat Grafgan, that's right. That's coming out really nice. I like those colors too. They're so vibrant. Very cute. What I want to do is go shopping, but I won't. I need to resist the urge. Maybe I can go online and do some shopping though. Do some Christmas shopping. Trying to finish up a Pokemon blanket. Ooh, like a corner to corner Pokemon kind of thing, or what kind of blanket? Oh, why is your thumb hurting? Since you woke up, I'm still on the shawl, very slow. Is it from crocheting? Trying to wake up, just less than an hour ago. What are you working on? Because you finished your holiday one, right, Michael? Let me just count. And you're doing your granny square, Mandy. Awesome. Okay, we're good. Found a Pokeball granny square blanket. Then I made plain granny squares and added some random Pokemon heads as applique. Oh, that's cool. Did you just come up with the applique designs on the fly, or were you actually like found patterns for those? And you're doing laundry, Kim. I have laundry to fold, but oh, just what you're working on, Michael. What is everybody working on? That was the question of the hour. I have so many things I want to do. I need to do I'm making some Christmas gifts, so I have those I need to do. But you know, when orders happen, then I got to make sure I switch gears and I do those. So, oh, got you. Okay. That's gonna, yep, that'll hurt. Yeah. Hopefully they can give you some sort of relief on that, Lana. Couldn't find patterns for all of them. Some look a little wonky. The wonkiness of handmade. They don't all, well, every little thing that we make, it doesn't all come out the same. Like every Yummy cat is a little bit different, and especially with the faces, no two is going to look exactly the same, right? Because of how the mouth lays. I mean, you do your best to make them the same, but it just doesn't always come out like that. Finish the blanket. I have my last scheduled live today, and then I got to film the blanket, then start new projects. Wait, so if you're filming the blanket, does that mean that means you're going to make a second blanket? Do you make like 2 of every project? That's like this guy. I mean, he's not done, right? This was the one I showed you a second ago. This is my gingerbread house I'm working on. It needs a few more decorations, some gumdrops, that kind of thing. And then I have to make it again because I'm going to film the tutorial for it. So, Christmas cardigan, earwormer, and some stuff put to the side. I'm working on well, I don't think it's a Christmas cardigan. I think it's more springy, but it's just a Christmas yarn. So I'm still working on that for myself. But that's one of those things, since it's for me, I really, that's not a priority, you know. But I have a scarf I'm working on for my son that I really should finish. I've got the strawberry purse bag thing that I've got from Shy, who's here on YouTube. It's her pattern, but I've got that I need to finish. It just needs the seed beads sewed on, the squares connected together, and then an inner lining made. So it's not just, it's like I still have a ways. So, oh no, well, Michael's live is today, Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, I believe. Double hockey sticks. Okay. Not 2 blankets. I see. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Hey, Tank, how's it going? I was going to say, Michael, is I thought you, because I know on a lot of yours, you go from start to finish. So I was wondering, it's good that the blanket is not one of those, because it is very repetitious at some point, right? Eventually you're like, okay, I think I get it. Like the only ones I feel are not repetitious for me are like when I do the corner to corner graphgans, because the color changes, you know, the stitch itself is repetitious, but how you go about the color changes is going to change with every row, right? With every stitch and stuff. So, and whether you carry or whether you cut and leave a tail to sew in later, those will all be different. So that one, when I was filming tutorials for them, I would do the, you know, if it's like a single crochet, or if it's the stitches all the way in one color, then I would often jump ahead and say, okay, just finish this to the end and then I'll be right back with you, kind of thing. But some people like that and some people don't, right? Everybody's saying hi to Tank. Your live's Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Central Standard. Normally, is that what you're saying, Michael? Yeah, row by row. Yep. Yep, because it changes so much, you know? But the editing is just like, that's nuts. It takes so long to edit those videos. So Michael, what do you do when it's just like, say it's a single crochet row? I don't know, I'm just picking a stitch. say it's a single crochet and it's all in the same color, and you're doing that for a few rows. So are you just chatting when you do that, or are you just saying the stitch over and over again? I'm just curious because I haven't done that with those. I've usually skipped ahead, so I just wonder for those that are going from start to finish, not skipping anything. Like, what do? You just chit chat? Can't flipping type. I can't flipping type. Thursday, not Tuesday. I was like, am I confused? I think I'm confused. I do too. I love corner to corner too, Daigo. Corner to corner in white. I don't have any pink. No pink. I love pink. I love rose pink. It's so pretty. Yeah, corner to corner, and this gingerbread house had a lot of ends that needed to be tied in. There's got to be faster ways. That's the thing when I design something. Usually the first go around, it will have stuff like that where I'll be like, okay, well, there's got to be a better way to do this. And then when I make it up again, I can find those better ways so that there's less of the ends to tie in, because it's not my favorite part. So let me ask you this question. This was actually a question that came about in a live that I thought was really funny and interesting. And it was in more of a crafters channel, not crochet specifically. But what is like the worst injury that you've gotten from crocheting or crafting? You could do either. I think I know what Kim's might be because she did it recently. But let me know. I'm just curious. Because in that chat, it was quite funny. There were some funny ones. Let's see. I'll say for the next 3 rows, rows 12 through row 15, we will do a simple stitch for 97 stitches and for the 3 rows. And then do you just like let it run as you're working through it, just quietly, you know? Throw a little music on in the background. You got tennis elbow, and Kim, yeah, Kim's burn on the hot glue gun machine recently, I think, is the topper there. For me, it was when I was working on, not this guy, but with this kind of thread, and I had a lace hook, and basically I was showing my sister-in-law. I was trying to show her what I was making, and it was Wednesday, right? Like from the Addams Family. It was a little doll. So I was making Wednesday, and as I'm going to show it to her, and I'm carrying the doll and the hook, you know, in 2 different hands, right? I'm going to show it to her. The doll falls. So then the hook's in the other hand, and I'm going to grab the doll, and of course I'm going quickly with it. And so I go to grab the doll, and I jammed the hook through the side of my finger, like all the way through the side of my finger. Because they're very, very tiny hooks, since they're usually done for lace, and then you have to remove and turn, right? Because it's a hook. So it was a lot of like, put my hand up for a while as just make sure that there's no blood going to the finger for a while, you know. Yeah, that one hurt. Ooh, Daigo sat on a metal crochet hook. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Let's see. Used a really small hook and crochet with a really fine thread. I sense something dramatic that happened with those small things. Oh, so you do cut the video a bit, Michael. You don't sit there for 3 rows of single crochet with one color and just like, oh, we're still doing the same stitch, you know. Ooh, run down the side of your nail and poke it in. Ouch. Yeah, those small hooks, I'm telling you, those are dangerous. They are dangerous. Yep. It was really, I think that was the only time that I did that. I mean, I've stepped on needles and had them kind of go through that first layer of skin, but that didn't hurt as bad as the crochet hook incident. The crochet hook incident of 2024. Uh, that's the good thing about using blanket yarn, is you have a much bigger hook. It takes less time to make them, and it's I would think it would be very difficult to jab that through much of anything except for crochet. The rest of my hand had a lot of pain, but now it's the thumbs, from putting the pressure on the hook, probably, huh, Lana? I could see that. Yeah, our war wounds, you guys, from crocheting. Injure myself more trying to do home projects than crafting. Oh yeah. Yeah, home projects, I think that kind of comes with the territory. And anytime I use a hot glue gun, I usually burn myself. So when I'm doing the hot glue gun live, I try not to make noise if if I burn myself. But I don't think I've ever had as bad of a burn as Kim had recently. So yeah, that still looks very painful, Kim. I hope it's healing all right. Not craft related. I was out fishing with the hubby, ended up with one hook of a treble hook stuck in my thumb. I went to my hubby to have him take it out. Ow. I assume a treble hook is it's a fishing hook of some sort. I kind of did something similar. My Aunt Mary I guess you'd say she is a clown, but she was a clown. She doesn't really do it much anymore, but she was a clown, and she had a fair that she was doing, and so I came as her assistant to help her, for the puppet show. I'd be behind handing her the different puppets that she needed and such. And she had a Christmas tree thing that she had made, right? And I didn't see it, and I was still a kid, but like teen probably at this point. And I just kind of like went to run my hand along it. But what I didn't realize was that at the tip of the tree, she had a fishing hook sticking out, and I caught my hand right on it. So I've done that too, Margaret, and it hurts. Oh no. Oh my gosh. At the same time, Margaret, they were hooked together. Like, go to your husband, help, help, please. Oh my gosh. At least you were able to laugh about it. I mean, that's good. That's good. That's hard to laugh when you've got hooks in your fingers like that, I would think. Okay, so let's see. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 on the decrease. Yeah, you're like in so much pain, you're just laughing, right? You're like, it hurts. Help. It was me one time with one of our cats at the time. We had done a move, and she had gotten sick in the car from the jostling of the car on the move. And so the first thing I had to do when we got to the new place was actually bathe her, which was not the most fun thing to have to do when everything's packed in boxes, So we're like trying to just find what we can to bathe her. And so I go in there to do that, and she does not like the water. And so she managed to actually climb with her nails in, climb up to my back, but she's in that spot, right? That's too like low for me to reach her this way and too high for me to reach her this way. And so I had to call my husband in, and I was like, help, little help, little help. And she's literally like sunk into my back. And so he had to remove her. And then, yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. Still loved her though, you know, but it was like, that hurts. Twisting and trying to go fast and crocheting 10 hours a day. I am not doing that. No, Lana, don't do that. I did that too. Like when I first moved out to Florida for a little bit, to be with my husband, not a husband at that point, but to be together with him. And that's what I did. I crocheted full time and had a shop, and I just shooting pains up my arms from crocheting 8 hours, 10 hours a day. So got to take care of yourself. It's no good. Tiny drill bit from a Dremel slide and stabbed me under the fingernail. Why is it always under the fingernail? It's like such a painful place. And yeah, it hurts for like a week. Small piece of the drill bit pushed its way out. Ow. Yowza. Oh my gosh. Yeah, why is it always got to be under the fingernail, you know? That's just crazy. Hi, Rita. We're talking about our ouchies that we've had from being crafty and crocheting and, you know, working on stuff, house projects, cats. I mean, anything really. We're just you know, we don't discriminate. You could just talk about whatever, but okay, where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is like, I mean, luckily nobody's gonna know that I just made boo-boo after boo-boo on this, but I'm trying, you guys, but I'm not very good at multitasking, if you haven't already figured that out. I try my best, but my best is not always good enough, you know? I think some crafts are better, but when it comes to counting and you're trying to count and talk and read chat and all that, it's just not, it's not good. Does anybody have any delicious beverages they're sipping on? My son has a concert tonight. He's in choir, and he's been very nervous about it. So they have like a rehearsal today, I guess. It's probably around now. And then we go tonight, and we get to see him and his classmates singing. He's like, I hope I don't mess up, Mom. I'm really nervous. I was like, it's fine. Everybody's going to be right there with you, you know, singing. I just remember being in choir, and if I forgot a word or something like that, I would just get softer with the singing because I wasn't sure. So I let them take the lead, you know. My mouth was still moving though. Or even just whisper, just go like, because you're not sure. Nobody has to know that you don't know. Getting attacked by barn. Ooh, had 3 bites on my legs and on my arm. Ended up with a rabies shot and at the age of 9. When the cats go crazy, yeah, their bites are very, very painful. They sink them in. Yeah, you love cats in the house. That's right. Well, sometimes with the cats, right, when you have a cat, even if it's your house cat, but they see one outside and they go kind of crazy about it. We've had cats that were like that, where they're just the most gentle, you know, cats of all time. And then all of a sudden they get freaked out by seeing a cat right outside. And they get like this look in their eyes, and they don't know who you are anymore. And they just can go crazy if you're not careful. So you kind of just have to let them calm down, you know, let them calm down, or they might attack you. We had one of our cats, Josh, he did that. He attacked my husband's hand, and then it's like he realized afterward, and you could tell how bad he felt about it because he had this look in his eyes like he realized what he had done, you know, but he just went like feral, like you're saying, this feral crazy cat for a second. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, your brother got hurt too with that one. Worked in the sewing factory. There was this machine that was made for sewing, trim on jackets. It had a bar with a lot of needles. People were always hurting themselves on that machine. Yeah. Well, even sewing machines, right? You can get your hand in there too. Aw. The cat had hurt the kids too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sadly, that happens sometimes. My mom had a cat that, I mean, it bit everybody and it bit her. But when my son came into the picture and he was little, the cat tried to attack him because she was not interested in children, and it was not a good situation. So, reached too close to the bar and it caught. She got up to go tell the supervisor, went into shock, fainted, and hit her head. Oh my gosh. So just one thing after another. Wow, Margaret, that's crazy. That is nuts. We had I don't know if they still do it anymore. I don't think they do. This was back in California where I'm from. But in middle school, they had they would have what we called Wheel A and Wheel B. You got to choose, and these were electives that you would have for a period of time for throughout the year, right? So, for example, one wheel could be cooking and sewing and what else was there? There was cooking, sewing, wood shop, metal shop, and drafting. I can't remember if those were the same or not, but so they all different, in things you might be interested in doing. And so we had those. Well, one year I had wood shop and one year I had metal shop. And when I had wood shop, luckily my nails were pretty good size, and I still remember the belt sander. I was trying to sand my project and I heard a I looked and my nail was like straight across. So luckily I just got my nail, not my finger, but I knew it could have been much worse, And then in metal shop, I had a big piece of sheet metal that I was trying to hold on to, and it fell, and the corner of it just like sliced right down my front of my leg. So I had to go to the office like all injured and stuff. So it was a mere flesh wound. I can still bite your ankles. Oh my gosh. So, you finished your hoodie, and you don't freeze your head off. So now you need to know what project to come next. Maybe some fingerless gloves to go with it. A nice scarf, Michael just put a Tunisian crochet infinity scarf up there on his channel, so you could go to town. I bet, Margaret. Yes. Yeah. When you watch, I used to watch like some of those shows like Criminal Minds and stuff like that, and you see all these things, and I know they're dramatized, I'm sure, but they could happen in a lot of these places. You're just like, just gonna not work at a place like that, No, thank you. We did that when I was in middle school, continued sewing classes up through the highest class I could take in high school. Yeah. We even had, I think now they kind of teach typing as they go, but we had a typing class as well. And we had typewriters. We had typewriters where you'd have to really hit the keys to get it to push, the ink in. And then we had computers that was the black screen with the green printing, with the little spacer thing that would kind of flash a little bit where your text was coming out. Before any of this stuff, that was kind of, for my age, that's where we were at when we learned how to type. Criminal Minds made me terrified of a home invasion. Yeah, I bet. Criminal Minds had a lot of crazy episodes. I was like, oh, I didn't ever think of that. Found socks that needed to be finished. Almost done with the first one. He has size 43, 44 and is 13 years old. So banana socks it is. Wow. How tall is he? At 13. He used to do a lot of costuming for Dan. Oh, wow. See, I'm learning new things about you, Margaret, that I didn't know about. Had shorthand transcription. They typed manual typewriter. Yep. Yeah, my mother-in-law talks about how she used to do shorthand and was kind of trying to show us. She couldn't remember all of the shorthand anymore, but it was interesting. You know, I don't know if they still do that, but there's also like stenography and that kind of thing in courtrooms and such. So she was learning that too. Fun class typewriting, and we tried to do it synchron. Synchron, what's synchron? Like synchronized, where you're all typing at the same time. Has anybody had their typing speed tested? Last I checked, this was like probably, I don't know, 20 years ago now. I was at 77 words a minute. He's a head taller than you are. Okay. I'd have to look up the conversion because I do inches and feet. My husband is 6'5", so he's quite a bit taller than I am. I'm 5'7". Every time I go into the office, my coworkers say they know that you're there because they can hear you typing. Yep. You should get one of those really clicky keyboards. Just really annoy them, right? There you go, Kim. 71 words per minute. I wonder if they make people do that anymore. That was one of those things you had to do when you were going to get a job, you know. You'd have to figure out what your words per minute were and get like certified. You'd have to get like this certification of it. A semester of shorthand in junior high. Very cool. Yeah, I just wonder what they're teaching the kids now. I mean, do they even have to take a language anymore? I don't know. You typed 88 words per minute. Wow, that's fast. Very fast. Haven't tested recently, but was in the 70s. Cool. Yep. I had so much anxiety when I took that test. They give you like a little practice round, and then it was just like, okay, you're going to town. And I feel like you mess up more because you know the timer is on you. And so I could still know I messed up, so I'd backspace it, and you don't count the ones that you've fixed against you, but it does mess with your time, right? Hi, Simply Arden. How are you? Mechanical keyboards and type over 100. It's one of my special skills. Being annoying. Just kidding. Okay, so they do still use that for some jobs. Good to know. I had a hand injury and type with one hand, and like the hunting, and we call it like the hunting and pecking, right? Where you're just kind of not grazing along the keys gracefully. My dad types like that with his finger. I think he maybe uses his thumb too, but that they use different music in this version. Aw. Wait, which movie are you watching? I think I missed what you were watching. Or was it a Hallmark movie? Yeah, it's something about knowing the timer is on you. And they usually, I guess, Michael was talking recently about hating the fact that this like giant eye on the StreamYard. If you use StreamYard, there's like this big eyeball, and that'll tell you how many people are watching, and it's watching you, right? That eyeball's watching you, which is really stressful. But it was the same when you would go and you would do the typing. It would have that timer, and you can watch it ticking down on you, and you're just like getting more and more stressed out as you're trying to get it done. Oh, It's a Wonderful Life. They have a new version, huh? But with different music. That's always tough when they take movies that were good to begin with, and then they remake them, and then you're like, why did you mess with a good thing? It was already really good, you know? That's got to be. It's still weird though, right? If you're so used to typing, I mean, we can do it. We can switch our brain to just work with one hand, but it's still a little jarring when you're used to using both. Yeah, testing is no bueno. I hate testing. I would always study so hard for the tests and stuff. Which I don't know if they're doing them as much. I feel like they're kind of starting to realize that, kids, they cram and they're stressing themselves out and getting these tests done. And then you forget the knowledge like the day or two later, you know? So it's like you're not retaining it because you're just retaining it enough for that test, and then you lose that information again. I don't think that's the best way to test your knowledge, you know? But I know out here they tend not to give kids homework as much as possible, because they know kids need that off time, you know? Worked in customer service for 20 years, used my own shorthand typing. People still complain that I was typing too much and too fast. You're like, so you're telling me not to be that productive? Is that what you're saying? Slow it down. Okay, you know, take your time. Oh, that's good, Rita. So it kind of fixed having that dominant hand, right? You got the other one up to speed. I want to learn. I know how a bit, and I can kind of read music for keyboard. I have a keyboard, but I feel like I just can't. It's really hard for me to I want to get to that place where I don't even have to think about it, you know, and my hands just fly on the keyboard and make the music, and it just becomes second nature, knowing where to hit the buttons and not the buttons, but the keys, right? But I have such a hard time with it. I feel like it's always such a process for me, but maybe that's because I need to take some more actual training, you know? Yeah. I think I would love to take a class again. When I was a kid, I would take art classes and keyboarding and all of that, but I always found an excuse to stop going to it. And so as an adult looking back now, I really wish that I had stuck with these things, because, you know, I could be a concert pianist right now. But alas, here we are. Write the key letter on the key with dry erase marker. Oh, for keyboard? Do you know how to play piano, Kim? I had got one of those little, they're made of rubber, but they kind of fit behind the key, and it would tell you what the keys were. It's like another language. Sight reading for competitions. Yeah, it is like a totally different language. And I feel like, I think with learning languages and also keyboard and musical sort of languages, I think having an instructor is important, because I find that self-instruction, it's hard to know if you're pronouncing things right, if it's a language, and you know, your inflections and things. And then also with keyboard, you have rhythm, right? And you're trying to make sure that you're playing it correctly. And so if there's nobody there to show you or tell you that, yes, that's right, no, you need to pick it up here, you need to slow it down here, and that kind of thing, then you're almost like learning it incorrectly, right? You're teaching yourself incorrectly, which then becomes harder to break later. So, well, hello, Camille. How are you? I'm so glad you've come over to my side. Come to the dark side. No. You got a 99.8 in music in school only because the teacher never gives 100. Ugh, I hate teachers like that. I remember working, because I was always artistic. And so we would get these things, like, for example, we had in history, we had to make a collage. And I remember making a peace sign. It was a big circular peace sign. The peace sign itself, I collaged a bunch of different newspaper, like, cut up, right, all over the peace sign. And then each segment had different themes that I did. And I would spend hours and hours and hours doing these things, you guys. And I would get an A++. And then my best friend would go, and she would spend probably 30 minutes maybe making her poster. And, you know, she got the information on there. It looked nice. It wasn't like, wow, that's crazy. She'd get an A as well, you know, and so I get an extra plus, but really it didn't count as anything extra, right? It was just to make me feel better for the 4 hours I spent making the poster. Was anybody else like that, or is that just a woe for me? But that happened a lot, I have my brother who he slightly has a photographic memory. I don't think it's not like those people where they could say on page 5, line 3, it reads blah, blah, blah. It's not like that, but he envisions probably whatever it is. I don't have one, so I don't know, but he's said that it's pretty much it's like a partially photographic memory. So he would study for 20 minutes and get an A on a test. I would study for 4 hours and get an A on the test. But again, there's like that imbalance there. I just always wanted to be that kid that could do that, but I couldn't. Pen and pencil in both hands. Write your name or the word with both hands. Let your other hand follow the dominant one. The word or the name will be mirrored by non-dominant one. Oh, okay. So if I was writing my name, okay, so you're saying start them together and I would go opposite, right? So it's going to be a mirrored image on my non-dominant hand, which would be my left hand because I'm right-handed. Is that what you're saying? And just go and do that? Hello, Mia. How are you? Welcome to the channel. Are you here on the Yummy Cat side or are you here on the Frizzy Bee side? So I have 2 channels and I'm streaming to both of them right now. And yeah, so I'm working on Piper the Peppermint Cat. And so far I've got her little bulb of her head. But we're just chatting about different things. School and learning and that kind of thing. That's interesting. I'll have to try that, Daigo. If nothing else, it sounds like fun. I'm glad you're doing well. You working on anything fun? Anything artsy? All right, what am I... See, I don't even know. What am I working on right now? Okay, I know what I'm doing. All right, I know where I'm at. It's okay. Everything's okay. Right, Kim? Oh, my gosh. We're good. We're good. You did an English lit project where we had to write The Further Adventures of Beowulf. Oh, gosh, Beowulf. Yep. Get extra credit. You had to write it in iambic pentameter like the original poem was written in. Oh, got an A++. Go you, Margaret. Right? It's so pretty. It's Bernat Blanket, but it's this variegated color. And I just thought it screamed peppermint ice cream to me. Or we would make these peppermint, they're peppermint candy cane cookies that we would make at Christmas time, and we'll probably still make them. And you crush the peppermint up, and then we would add a little tiny bit, like a few drops of red food coloring just to make a pink tone. But when you cook the cookies, they come out like a sand dollar, flat, right? But they look like this color. We are fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine. Yeah, you got a note. See? Oh, Steven's in the house. Hi, Steven. Steven's the guy that has all the cool facts. So you could tell us all of the random facts. I love that about you, Steven. Every time you're on Shy's channel, and he'll come out with these random facts, and it's always lots of fun. Yeah, for the one I was talking about, the peace sign, he did ask if he could keep it as an example to show the next classes. So that made me feel good, and I wasn't planning to, like, it wasn't my style for something I'd want to hang on the wall per se. And I think it had to do with war. That's what the different things had to do with. And so that's probably why I used newspaper for the peace sign, because of the black and white and, whatever year we were looking at. History was not my best subject. That's why when something was artistic in history, I was like right there. Yes, I will do it. Pick me. Yeah, me too. Me too. I love variegated yarns. They're so pretty. I just found when I was working with the manufacturer trying to come up with, you can kind of see them up there. These are the plushy versions of Sprinkle and Nanner. And so they're made out of fabric and such, and embroidery and all that. But yeah, when I was working with those, I was finding as I was communicating with manufacturers that this kind of thing, they really can't, unless they're printing on the fabric, right? They can print a design on the fabric. But other than that, you really have a hard time getting that sort of look or vibe like that. So that's why when I started drawing Piper, I started having actual chunks of peppermint in her. And if you guys missed it, that was the last hour. I was on a different video, but I was painting my little Piper here with her peppermint flute and her little buddies there, hollies on her ear, her little peppermint pals that dance to the beat. So she's Piper, like, you know, Pied Piper. But anyway, yeah, so when I started drawing her, I would put the actual chunks of peppermint in because I figured if I got her manufactured eventually as a plushie, you know, bigger plushie, stuff like that, that they could replicate that and have little like embroidered chunks of peppermint, which I thought would look really cool. So all these fun things you get to learn when you start dabbling in the world of manufacturing. Froggy! Hello, Froggy. How are you? Yeah, they're super cute. You know, I was looking to attract an additional audience. We have the audience that loves handmade, but then also the audience that would just rather something be cheaper. That's where I was going with that. And I'm still looking into doing that, but I am going to kind of thinking that I will rejigger the illustrations a little bit, or the figures a little bit. So the way they came out over here, I'm going to give them a little more character, and I want them to look a little more different from each other. And that way you can tell they're all part of the same family, but they have different vibes and different, you know, essences to them, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But yeah, so I still need to work with the manufacturers and stuff and relaunch the Kickstarter and all that. Oh, you're in class. Oh, you're in class sneaking around at the lives, right? Well, I'm glad you snuck into my live. That's always fun. Yep. I need to put her face on here pretty soon. But I don't have I'll have to go look at a picture because I haven't made Piper in a while, you guys. Finally got the middle of the granny square to work. I had to redo it 8 times. Oh, I've heard that yarn is terrible for making, just like you're saying, because if everybody has a different tension, how are we all supposed to have it land on the same place, you know? I never really understood how that was going to work. And they also have that new, I don't know if anybody's tried it, they have that new flower, flower granny square yarn that's supposed to have come out with this little flower in the center. Wonder if that works or doesn't. But gosh, that would drive me nuts. 8 times frogging away. Yeah, that's definite patience for sure. Okay, let me grab the eyes. The eyes. I must grab my eyes. All right, let's see here. Got some eyes. I use 12 millimeters, in case you're wondering. First one worked. The second one is not going well. But then you have to deal with that every time you make a square, right? Is this a blanket, or are you making one of those cool looking square, you know, the square patchy work cardigans? I would like to make something like that. In fact, I have a bunch of skeins of an old colorway. It's an old, I think it's Red Heart actually, but it's the red, green, white, Christmas variegated. And I was thinking that it would work probably pretty well for that. Just because, you know, you would see different striping as you're working up a big square. So it wouldn't have to be exactly one row around, and I think it would look okay. Probably about the same as the granny square yarn, I'm betting. Yeah, exactly. I would think so too. In theory, it's a very good idea though. In theory. Doesn't mean it works, but then mixed media fall jacket. That will be the sleeves. Oh, that's going to be cool. So when you say mixed media, are you doing some of it's yarn, some of it's denim kind of thing? That sounds really cool. Good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's between these ones. Let me grab one of my other Yummy cats. Bear with, bear with. I always like to kind of have a look and double check my work and make sure that the eyes are spaced apart correctly, or if I need to get them a little closer together. Michael's still working and lurking. Oh my goodness. I think I made this one too big, you guys. I did this last time too. It is what it is. It's still gonna be cute, right? It's still gonna be very cute. And I think it's still gonna fit in the cup too. Just have to decide. Wait, hang on. Did I actually move the eye? I did, I think. Might need to move them out one more. Yes, yeah, Michael's doing great. If you guys want to learn Tunisian, check Michael's channel out, MDL Crochet. I do not do Tunisian yet, but he is the master of Tunisian, so I'm going to learn from him actually, hopefully soon. Christmas is coming. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. All right, we're just going with it, you guys. We're just going with it. Sewing, fleece, quilting, patches, knitting, crochet, embroidery, maybe some cross stitch. You are going to town. Look at you. That is definitely mixed media. I love mixed media though. You know, it's like, I think that's why when I'm doing my watercolors, some people, they just use watercolors and they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. But I feel that I'm not as good at doing that. I can't just do watercolors and love how it comes out. I want more, right? I want pops in places, and I struggle to get that because I'm also afraid to add more pigment, and that's my problem, and I'm working on it. But yeah, that's why I will take it. I do the washes, I do all the colors, whatever, and then I'll go in with the black outlining pen, and then I'll go back in with some white gouache and do, you know, some white pops of white here and there for glistens and such. Sometimes I'll go back in with colored pencils and I'll do additional shading because I didn't like how I got it on the watercolors. And, you know, you can really, it feels like you're kind of trying to patchwork what you didn't like, but at the same time, it just adds a richness to it because it has these different textures from different mediums, which is really interesting. So I got the panels of my top put together now, doing the neckline border. That will be about all I can do until I go upstairs and give the girls some support before I try it on. Oh my gosh, I read that out loud and then realized what you were talking about. I'm right there with you, girl. I got you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, this is looking very cute. However, I don't have everything at my leisure. So what I'm going to do is make sure I have enough yarn to close this little guy up. And I keep forgetting, make sure when you buy scissors, you guys, that you look if they're left-handed or right-handed. Because this is a left-handed scissor and I'm not left-handed. So I go and I'm like, these are not working. What is wrong? Every time. It's because they're left-handed scissors. That's why. So Piper has little eyes, but she needs her mouth and her whiskers and all that. But the color that I need for those, I don't have next to me. So I'm going to work on her feet and her other things. That's why you wrote it that way. Yeah. My mother-in-law keeps buying what you're talking about, some support, and they keep not fitting, and so I've got like 10 that I'm trying to, I'm like, I don't need this many, you know? And one of them, every time you go like this, they squeak because they have these weird plastic buttons on them, and that is not fun. So I'm like, could go without these ones, but it's kind of funny. It's like, it's just terrible. Oh my gosh. Kim, if you're still here lurking, did you finish your towel set for today? Lefty, when I worked in the sewing plant or the fabric store, I always had the sharpest shears. Oh, see, because you're the only one that uses them. That's good. Yep. I must just not have seen it. I mean, it says right on the scissor itself, left-handed, but I wonder if it was really prevalent on the box or the little packaging when I bought it. Probably. Hi, Kayla. Oh, that's exciting. You might get a normal size Yummy cat for Christmas. That's very exciting. I better hurry up with these, you guys. Wow, Kim, good job. You already uploaded it and everything? So now what are you working on then? Are you still working on laundry? Okay, where's my scissors? Here we go. All right. Oh my God, I did it again, you guys. I'm going to put these ones aside. Maybe I'll send them to Margaret. I'm picking out my other ones because I'm just not going to remember. There we go. Here's that one. Yeah, so obviously since we're doing the live paint along that I've got going, it's already uploaded. But what I've been doing after we finish the painting is I'll go back in with an image of whatever's painted, and I'll make the adjustments of what was the word, what ended up being the painting, you know, that kind of thing, so people can see it as we're moving our way along the month. Oh, nice. Winding all your new cotton yarn. Sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So did you end up doing the black and the purple for the dish towel that you were working on? All right, where did my... Actually, you know what? I don't really need one. I was looking for a stitch marker, but there's not a whole lot to the feet, so I'm just going to wing it. My table cleared off for this evening's live. Yes. Yes, you do. Wait, what time is the live? Because I know I think Michael's going live at 3 my time, 3 p.m. my time. So that would be 6 p.m. your time, Margaret, I think. I could have dual lives on, you guys. I could have Margaret and Michael, and I'll just be trying to be that person that can multitask. I'll have to watch and see. Okay, okay. I will. I'd be right there with you making them, except for the fact that I have too many projects I need to finish. But I like watching anyways, even if I'm not making it. Yeah, Margaret, I feel like every time I clear off my tables, they're messy again. Right, so 5 p.m. Central Time for yours, Michael, which is 3 p.m. my time. I have to do these conversions, otherwise I'll get confused later on in the day and I'll miss them, so. No, I don't think so, Lana, because I think you're in California, right? It should be 3 p.m. your time. Central Time is 2 hours difference, right? Or is that different because of the time change? Help. Yours is at 6:30 Eastern Time, so yours is at 3:30 my time. Gotcha. There's always, I feel like for the most part, there's always somebody that's live, which is nice. think it's fun hanging out with others. My daughter's always like, Mom, are you on another live? Maybe. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock, Lana. So 3 o'clock our time, Michael's going to be live, and 3:30 our time, Margaret's going to be live. If they just did away with the whole changing of the clocks, then we'd be good to go. But it's just always in the talks. I wonder if they'll ever actually do it. Because I know when I was in Hawaii one time when they were changing the clocks, and I was asking, the front desk about it, and they said, no, we don't do that here. Because they told me that it was because of those that are in the farming industry, that the farmers needed more time in the day to harvest. And so that's where it originated from. If that's, that might be true. It might not be true. So don't quote me on it, okay? That's just what they said. Oh, nothing after Michael's live? Now, Jackie, where are you based out of? Because Michael's live was fairly late in the evening last night. Yeah, me too. They can get rid of the time changes. I still can't get my system in order because before the time changed, I could stay up till like 11:30 and was totally fine. I'd actually just have to finally toss in the towel and just go to bed, because I wasn't that tired, but I need to sleep, so there's that. But yeah, with this whole thing, it gets dark here in Washington, and it's like 4:30 and it's dark in the afternoon, and so the night just feels so long. So by 9:30 I can't keep my eyes open. It's awful. I just really want to be able to stay up and do things, but then can't seem to. Terrible, terrible. You were up very, very, very late. Oh, you're on the East Coast. Okay. Didn't go to bed until 6:30 this morning. Oh my gosh. You and Michael are like the same. He's all over the place with his sleep schedule. I'm talking about 9:30 at night, and I'm like, oh, and you've got a live tonight too, Camille? 5 to 7 Central Time. Okay. 5 to 7 Central Time. So that's about the same time as Michael's. Everybody's going on. Everybody's going to go on live. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. Now I need a stitch marker. Where did it go? Where is it hiding? Oh, it's on Piper. That's where it is. Can I borrow this, my dear? She can't talk. She doesn't have a mouth sewn on yet. It's a very Coraline sort of thing to say, right? Okay, here we go. I've stolen the stitch marker. Here we go. I was very close to going live last night, and I really wanted to, but my kids were just going crazy. My son, when he plays his video games, this noise level, blood-curdling screams, you guys. They get so into these video games that it was like, oh my gosh, you'd think somebody was hurting him, and he's just playing these games, and he's just letting it loose, So I'm like, oh my gosh, well, I was going to go live, but you're going to hear that in the background, so maybe I won't. And then Nancy came on from Little Treasures with Nancy, or Little Treasures by Nancy. So I hung out over on that one. I love that blanket yarn you use. Thank you, Camille. I think, weren't you saying, was it you that were saying you did not like blanket yarn at first, but then now you like it? Like you've grown a liking for it? You go to bed at 9, Lana, so that you can get up to watch Kim in the morning. Well, yeah, because it's 5:30 our time, right? Since I don't actually have mine scheduled, maybe I will wait till after Camille's. There you go. That way I can tune into both. Be quiet because I'm going live. He's loud with his games. Yes. Yeah. And your grandson was on your live too. That's right. That's right. Yeah, when he came in and he was talking to the camera, your grandson, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that's my son. Those that are hang out around here will know because he'll come in, my son, when he gets home from school, which last week they had half days, and so he kept coming in during the lives. This week he's not coming in until probably about 2:30 this afternoon, so we're fine. But yeah, he'd come in and then he'll try to tell all my trade secrets, you know. Be like, let me let you guys in on a little secret, you know, and he'll start reading things off that are coming soon. And it's so funny. They're so funny, these kids, because they all want to be YouTubers, you know. Oh, you did? Did you edit that out? Yeah. They don't make it easy when you go live and then you go to edit. If you want to just trim on the ends, it's easy enough. But if you're trying to get something out of the middle, it's not as easy. So from now on, yeah. Michael's going to be pop-up, so it's like we just have to wait, right? We'll just keep an eye on our phone. Oh, Michael's live. Okay. We'll just run in. That's what happened last night, Michael. I was sitting here and then my phone lit up and I look over and it's like, MDL Crochet is live. I was like, oh, okay, I'm coming, Michael. Yeah, those gloves looked really cozy, Kim, the gloves that you made. I was always wondering with the blanket yarn, because I've really only made amis with it, how it was to make a beanie or a blanket and stuff with it. And I think the blanket you made, Kim, if I'm not mistaken, the one that's more like ombre and you get striping, that was also a blanket yarn, I think. So yeah, that was coming out beautiful. You should post a picture, by the way, so we can see it all laid out, you know, because I want to see it all finished. I don't think I saw it all finished. Yeah, I love Kim. It comes on right, like I popped in, I check my phone every time I wake up in the morning, check my phone, and it says, you know, Kim's going to be live in 30 minutes. And so I went in today and I actually put a comment in and I was like, oh yeah, that was the first one, you guys. And then I had to, you know, take a shower and do my thing. And then when she comes on, I'm usually putting my face on. And so I'm trying to chat, put on a little makeup, trying to chat, you know, put on the other eye, that kind of thing. You could stage it, Kim, and just still take a picture. Just, you know, make the bed. I'm sure it's pretty cozy, and I bet Fritzy is loving it. Oh, yeah, I bet it would make good slippers. I bet it would. I should do that. My mom used to always make everybody knitted slippers, and it was like the Margaret's granny slipper. I can't remember what the pattern was. I think it had your name in it, though, Margaret. It was something like that. Or grandma's slippers or whatever it was. But she would always make them. You measure the foot, get the slippers. My dad always wanted the tassels on the top. And so if one of them started to wear out, she'd make another pair. He'd slip the worn out one on the inside so he'd have double thickness for a while. And, you know, but her hands eventually was too hard to do that anymore. So I made him some and used the pattern. That would be a good gift, you guys. But I don't know that I have time. Although his birthday's February 1st. So that could be a good birthday present. That would be a good one to make him a fresh pair. Because he's had to go with the store-bought ones, and they're just not quite the same, you know. Panda wanted to talk while I'm trying to get dinner going. Come on, Panda. Let Michael hang out with us. What are you making for dinner? Do tell, do tell. I am working on the ear, you guys. One of the ears. Yeah, it's like I'm so wanting to make all these wearables, and now I've got too many other projects, and so I just don't have the time to do them right now. But I got all that yarn from Premiere, and so I'm just itching to get using it for different projects. I know, I haven't had lunch yet either, Kim. Michael's already planning dinner. Boot style slippers. So slippers like a Ugg boot style, right, Camille? Like that shape, that kind of Ugg boot shape. That would be cute. And very warm because it'll go up your leg a little bit more. If any of you guys has a good slipper pattern that would work for, I just hit myself in the face, that would work for the blanket yarn, can you send it my way, please? frizzybeehive@gmail.com, because the one that I have is a knitted one, and I don't know, can you knit with blanket yarn? I guess you probably could. I'm going to put my email here in the chat so you guys can send me all the patterns. I want all the things. I want to make all the things. I have so much yarn. I need to do stuff with it. So anyway, baked ham and mac and cheese casserole thing. Something easy that I don't have to cook for a few days so I can film the blanket, 3 ear warmers, and a slouchy beanie. That's it. That's all you're doing, right? That's not a lot. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to get this gingerbread house ornament thing done, and you're sitting there with like 4 things going. Hi, Daigo. Welcome back. We're just hanging out, chatting. I'm making an ear. Trying to decide if I need to make it bigger because I don't remember how many rows. I really should have the pattern with me, you guys. I think that's actually as big as I should make it. Because I think if it's any bigger, she is going to be all ear. Yeah, that does sound delicious. Casseroles are great, and they reheat well, which makes them, as you know, equally good, if not better, than half the other stuff that you could make. Yeah, Michael, you're a slacker. Come on, we need patterns faster than that. Ooh, pizza puffs with crescent roll dough. Like Pillsbury crescent roll dough? That sounds good. I'm coming to your house. These all sound delicious. I still have Thanksgiving stuff in our fridge that I have to go through because nobody else is going through it. So I need to go through and get rid of it. 5 things. If you count the Ruana I have started, that's 20% done. I don't know, Michael. I don't know. No worries, Kayla. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Have fun playing your game. Yeah, go ahead. What are you fundraising for, Daigo? Making a call for dinner. Hello, deliver a pizza and salad, please. Can you roll the pizza and a crescent roll, please? Now you're going to get a peanut butter sandwich. I know that peanut butter sandwich, I feel, is like the thing that you make when you have nothing else or you can't think of anything else to make. And a good PBJ it's a staple, you know? I know, it's making me hungry too. At least I have my coffee. I will survive on coffee alone. Yeah, we had one of those bagged salads last night. I don't know, guys. I like making my own salads. I put fruit on my salads. I really like fruit and salad. And we use this really, really good dressing. It's like a peanut vinaigrette style kind of dressing, like sesame peanutty kind of deliciousness. And so we'll put that on there. I like to put on whatever I have. So strawberries or grapes, blueberries, apple sliced up really thin, purple onion sliced up really thin, and cucumber, obvi. And I put a little bit of, I like the feta on there, but I like the more tiny pieces. Little goes a long way for me. My husband likes the chunks of feta, and so does my daughter, but I like the little bits of it. So I'll sprinkle that on there, and then you add that peanut dressing, and it's so good. Because that bag one last night was not good. It was gross. You eat one every day, so it was like losing its excitingness. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. Last time we ordered pizza, I ordered a supreme pizza, you know, the salad pizza, so it's healthy anyways. And you got a darn plain cheese, no sauce pizza. Oh no. The supreme came and it was just a cheese pizza with no sauce. That's awful. Right? PBJ, it's always a safe bet. You can't go wrong with that. My son and his family are trying to move back home from Montana to Texas, but need a little help. So I'm raffling a refurbished Cabbage Patch doll on my channel. Tickets were $5 each and no sales yet. Okay. So if you can put the word drop in the chat, Nightbot should put your channel down so people can find you. And they're just $1 a ticket. Trying to get help for gas, at least, yeah. So it's a refurbished Cabbage Patch doll. We're going old school, you know. I had them, but do they even sell them anymore? I think they do. The newer versions, right? I know, Michael. Come on. I did complain and sent pictures and no refund. No refund or nothing. Domino's let me down for the first time. Oh my gosh. I got a salad. They made us a salad. This was from oh my gosh, what's the pizza place called? Mod Pizza. I don't know if you guys have that on the East Coast. It's up here though. Anyway, so we got a salad from Mod, and it was, I kid you not, like if this was the container, right? It was like down an inch from the top of it. Just a little tiny bit, and it was mostly the part that you wouldn't even want, like the part closer to the end that's chunky and it's not as leafy and lovely. It was gross. I'm like, what is this? You know, and the little dressing containers, they only filled them like this full. And so it was not good. Oh, there you go. Kayla's back on hanging out. I have friends that don't put cheese on their pizza. That's not pizza. That's bread. That's saucy bread. Usually make peanut butter toast. Yes, peanut butter toast. Delicious. My great-grandmother was one of the folks that made Cabbage Patch dolls in her home, and she had this huge mold for the heads. How cool is that? Hey, Emily, how's it going? We're talking about Cabbage Patch doll. Daigo is having kind of a fundraiser to help her family make it back down to Texas from Montana. So if you're interested in a refurbished Cabbage Patch doll, check out her channel, and she's got that fundraiser going on right now. Okay, where am I? I'm making an ear, you guys. Of course. Are they moving back by December 15th? Wow. And hello, Ellen. How are you? The last pizza you got had bacon, onions, mushrooms, and green peppers. They left off the back? Bacon. They left off the bacon? No bacon. Yeah, bacon's good. You all know those little sandwich toaster things that toast your sandwiches, but also cut them into triangles. I use that for a lot of PBJ toasted sandwich. I do not know what you're speaking of, Michael, but I want one. That sounds awesome. Sounds awful. No, that sounds awesome. So is it kind of like a press that makes the sandwich and also cuts it at the same time? What is this contraption you're speaking of? That sounds delightful. You could probably do grilled cheese in there, right? That would be good too. We used to do, we have a panini press, but we don't really use it that much anymore. But we used to do really good grilled cheese in there. I know you guys are all talking about food. It's making me hungry. I'm hungry for something. All right, since I forgot to put the stitch marker on, I'm going to do that now. Yeah, send me a pic. Maybe I'll get that for Sean for Christmas. When you don't know what to get your husband, get you something that you want. Get him something that you want, right? But if it's like a something fun, like a device like that, then maybe he'll like it. Till they get their own place. He's my Navy son, due to he's not active. Navy won't. Oh, that's no good. That's not good. They should still help him out. I know, right, Ellen? I hope you have all the ingredients. There's only 3, so. Pizza puffs, grilled cheese, fruit filling. Oh my goodness, that's all sounding so good. They have those Uncrustables. Have you guys seen those? They're in the freezer section, and they're basically a PBJ in the freezer without the crust. So I think a lot of people will put them in the kids' lunches and stuff, because by the time they eat lunch, it in theory should be thawed out for them to eat. But they're pretty good. I've tried them. They're pretty good. French waffles and is it piselas or piselles? I'm not sure how you say it, but I know what you're talking about. My son loves those. Receive the tools to make them, as we have family recipes handed down. Thanks for that reminder, Michael. Yeah. PBJ with cherry jelly. Ooh. I need the bread. Yes, the main ingredient, Ellen. You can't have a PBJ with no bread. I mean, you could, but it would be more like a spoonful of peanut butter jelly. Waffle maker, I'd use it for French toast. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're pretty good, you know. I mean, they're probably 5 times the price of making your own peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but in a pinch, I think they're good. Nice. Yep. Your 22-year-old daughter still eats Uncrustables. Well, my kids will still eat. They're very specific though, but they will eat we call them squeezies. I don't know if that's what they're called, but the pouches the kids will eat. But they like the Gerber's. They're like fruit and yogurt blends. So it'll be like there's a peaches and cream one, and there's a mixed berry yogurt one, and then there's a strawberry banana one. I think are the 3 flavors. So I'll get the box, and they just go to town. My son's 11. He loves these things, you know, and it's kind of sometimes the only way I can get him to eat something somewhat healthy, right? So, hi, Dreamy. We're talking about food, and we're all getting hungry. Oh, you know what's really good, Camille? Do you got any, like, bag of chocolate chips into the peanut butter? That's a really good combo. I used to do that. That would be my snack at night. I'd go and watch a show, just go downstairs, pour some of the baking, you know, semi-sweet chocolate chips and stuff, pour that in there, a decent amount, and then just sit there with a spoon and go to town. Yes, those were the ones that I had a Kickstarter up recently. It was 2/3 of the way successful. So we almost made it. And these are the official plushies. I actually just got them recently, but these were the official ones that were in the Kickstarter of Sprinkle and Nanner. So I was trying to get them manufactured so that I could have them at a cheaper price, because with handmade, it tends to be more expensive because of how long it takes to make them, yada yada. So they would have been at a better price. I was actually going to make them, we were talking about making them bigger too, like 9-inch plushie size, like my bee here, right here that I have. That's Frizzy Bee. He's about 9 inches, just his head, not the wings, but about that size. So we were talking about that. And I love them. So I'm still looking into it, but this particular manufacturer made me buy 500 of each, which is a very expensive investment when you're not sure how well they'll sell and all that jazz. So it's still gonna happen. I just need to actually have the time and sit and focus on it. I'm gonna redraw the characters and just really try to kind of make them each feel really unique, and then we'll try it again. Right? They're so cute. I love plushies. Handmade or otherwise, I love plushies. Oh, your hubby nibbles them? My hubby was the one that actually told me I should put them in the peanut butter. Beth is like, chocolate chips, check. Peanut butter, check. Okay, just need a spoon. Oh my gosh. One's for sandwiches and one's just for you, Michael. That's right. So funny. I'm having to go back, you guys. I was talking too much. Okay, I think I caught up. Pulner, all fruit, seedless seedless raspberry sounds good. Or jelly banana. Now I've got peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly in a baseball bat, peanut butter jelly in a baseball bat. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Oh my gosh. Cuteness overload. That's right. Check. You get a lot of cuteness overload around here. I have a lot of tchotchkes and things. Used to get the huge tablespoon of peanut butter as a snack. Yes, my daughter will still do that. I'll find the spoons with the mostly eaten off peanut butter, like just sitting on the counter, sticking to the counter. You have 300 plushies, Kayla. My daughter's probably right there with you. Under her bed, she has a loft type bed, but instead of there being another bed underneath, it's a plushie explosion and pillow explosion. So you just kind of dive in and bury yourself in there, and then I can't find her. So take an angel food cake mix it with a regular cake mix, any flavor. Use 3 tablespoons of the cake mix, 2 tablespoons of water in a mug. Mix it up, microwave for 1 minute. Those are like those mug treats. Those are so good, you guys. What was it? Adventure Time? It's or is that who it was? Wasn't it? Who sang that? The dog? I think. Hey, coffee and fruit. Coffee to keep awake, fruit because it's healthy, right? We have fruit flies around though lately, and I keep trying to make those traps to get them. This is funny, you guys. I think you'll appreciate this little story. So you can make a trap for fruit flies. Raise of hands. Anybody have any going around right now? I guess it's the season. But anyway, so you can make a little trap, and it's apple cider vinegar and then just a little titch of dish soap. Just mix it up, right? And then you put cellophane over it, take a toothpick and poke some holes big enough for them to go into. They're not very smart. So they like the smell, they go in, they can't figure out how to get out. If they drink it, it has dish soap in it, which, so it usually works pretty well. Well, it's working. I think I caught like 6 of them, but they're still randomly flying around. Like there was one, you might have seen him in the camera. I was I was watching him, but there's one that hangs out here upstairs. I don't know what he's looking for, but anyway, my mother-in-law, she drinks wine, and there was one day where she had drank it down to, had some still in the thing. She got tired. She set it down, went to bed. Next day, kid you not, had 20 fruit flies in there. So I think we're wrong. Stop buying everything. Just get a shot of wine, stick it in the bottom of a glass, and set it there, and they will just swarm in, and then they'll be gone. I'm gonna do that today. Actually, I need to do that. Maybe set out a couple. Just to make sure. I'll put one up here in my room because I have that weird one that's hanging around here somewhere. But it's so funny. I'm like, I try to catch these things. I get 6. She gets 20 and doesn't even have to try. Oh, it's so funny. You've been having them too, Margaret? I just don't like them. I don't know where they're coming from, but Oh my goodness. The socks are way too long for him. Guess his mom is getting these socks. Oh my gosh. Hey, you know, it could be a new style for men. Knee socks. Bags of mini chocolate chips and noted attached. It said, "You've been bad, so here's the scoop. All you get is reindeer poop." It's awesome. I love that. Oh my gosh. It didn't work for you, Margaret. The wine didn't work. Ah, shoot. I thought we were onto something. Apple cider vinegar. Found out bananas carry fruit oh, gross. Don't tell me that, Emily. Ew. And I like bananas too. Gross. Oh. Are they on the outside? Tell me they're on the outside, not they don't make it in there, right? It's on the outside. We're gonna go with that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Drunk little fruit flies going around. Hey, you know what? They KO'd in a happy way, you know? I mean, $2 tickets for the fundraiser. No worries. Hey, that's pretty cheap. I've actually seen people do that. Miss C's in the house. Hello, Miss C. How are you, my dear? Oh, the wine did work, Margaret. Okay, good. You get fruit flies or something similar from the soil in my potted plants. Yes, Stephen. I had one that I had a plant up in my office here, and I ended up having to take it out because the same exact thing. They're not fruit flies. They are a different kind of little gnat bug thing that I know exactly what you're talking about, though. It's very frustrating when they happen to be in there. Right now we're talking about fruit flies, Mrs. Missy. Maybe that is the right time. I mean, this is a heated topic. You know, we're talking about how to get rid of them. Okay, Camille, I'm glad you could come and pop in, hang out for a bit. Yeah, them pesky fruit flies. I just can't stand them. They're so frustrating. I had a friend of mine that this was back when I was having wine, and so this is several years ago now. But I was at her house, and she had her. It was like a compost thing, but it was in the house. The lid was on it, but I don't think it was like a super tight lid. Anyway, there were so many in there that you had to actually hold your cup with your hand over it because they were just swarming around you. It was terrible. I was very skeeved. I'll be honest. I was like, so gross. Yeah, you should. Do you hear it make that zzz, like the sizzle sound? It's like smoke coming off. Oh my gosh. It's weird. So my mom gave us this blue, it's like you plug it in, it's a little sheet, it's a sticky sheet, but it has a blue light. And she gave us one and it worked. Like it really took care of fruit flies, and you could pull it out and look at the back, and there they were. They had all got stuck on there. It was perfect. Well, we didn't have replacement ones, and so we found a different one that was a similar brand. We bought it, we plugged it in, and I've caught 3 mosquitoes and only 1 fruit fly. So whatever the wavelength is on this blue light, it catches mosquitoes, not fruit flies, because the fruit flies are like, peace out. That doesn't look appealing to me, you know. But it caught 3 mosquitoes, which I'm thankful for that, you know. I didn't even know we had 3 that somehow managed to get in the house, but it did catch those. So I think I need multiple catchers is what I'm learning here. Whenever it's bee season, Kayla says, you can get a bucket, put soap water in it, put boards on top, and meat under the boards. You can catch like 90 yellow jackets. I hope it doesn't catch the bees because the bees are actually really good. But the yellow jackets, yes, those can go away, and I'd be happy with that. Those are just there to sting you. Hey, you know what? I would, Simply Arden, I would definitely get used to the sound if you would get rid of them. Okay, Margaret Stevens, Margaret's got the answer. Unpot your plant, put the dirt in an old cookie sheet and bake it at about 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Wow. So that just nixes them out. And then you can then they become back into the earth. Just add back into the soil, and that's the end of it. Wow. Hey, there you go. Margaret is always the one that has all the information, Steven. Steven's the one that also has really good facts. So you can shoot us with any of those facts anytime, Steven. I love reading these little things that you've come up with. Oh my gosh. Is that what they're called, Margaret? Midges. So it's probably the other name for whatever that gnat is, right? Hey, whatever we got to do, when Al figures out what wavelength people work at. Oh, AI. I read that as Al. When AI figures out what wavelength people work at, right? Raw meat or it won't work. Oh, that makes sense though, because they're carnivorous, right? So that makes sense. How interesting though. See, this is a very insightful conversation we're having. We're learning things. I like it. Okay, Lana, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. Used to get slugs by the pool. Found out they loved beer. Put beer in a pie tin and voila, drowned them all. Oh my gosh. See? We're just having to find out ways because they're just all over the place. We need to figure out a way to get rid of, they call them elder beetles out here, but I'm pretty sure they're just stink bugs. But there's a season in Washington and they are all over the place. And I am not a big fan. Yeah, they crawl, like you'll just watch them just crawling on the windows and stuff. My brother's house, it gets pretty bad. They find ways to get inside the door, the window door jams and stuff, and then they'll find a way then to get in the house. So you got to be careful. Slugs by the pool too that liked beer but not bug ones, just saying. Oh, you're so funny. So not the same effect. Drew him right in. Oh my gosh, you guys are on fire. Oh man, that's too funny too. Wait, what am I doing, you guys? This is fun. I'm enjoying this conversation. No, was there an earthquake today? Miss C, I have restless legs very bad. And so my legs are always going. So I don't know if I would feel an earthquake unless it was significant enough to shake things more than my leg already shakes them. You had to get rid of the pool. I mean, that's the only way to get rid of the slugs, Yeah, no, I have not felt the earthquake. I remember when my sister-in-law, my husband's sister, lives, she's now up in Seattle, but she did live in Brooklyn in New York. And I remember when they got like their first earthquake, they just hadn't had one because they don't usually have them over there. But it was like this big thing. And being from California, you get them quite frequently. So it was like, that's nothing, Ropinirole is my best friend. Ropinirole. I might have to try that. I'm on something they put me on, but it's not working. Not AI, it was Al. Oh my gosh. You're in Northern California? For sure felt the earthquake, Miss C. There is even a tsunami warning. Really? Oh my goodness. I'm originally from the Bay Area, so West San Jose area. Oh, okay. Steven's here with a bee fact. An average beehive can hold about 50,000 bees. Very cramped. Thank you, Honeybee Nut. Yes, quite closed quarters, right? Oh my gosh. It was a 7.0? Wow. I remember, so I was a kid in the 80s, and was it 89 we had a big one in California. And I remember I was laying on the couch watching TV up on, we had like a wooden stand that our tube TV was on, you know. And I must have been kind of dozing because I opened my eyes and the TV was on the ground, but I was like half asleep, I think. And so I was just still watching it, it being on the ground, and my mom was screaming to get out of the house because books were falling off the bookshelves and it was becoming dangerous. And I'm just half asleep. I'm like watching the TV. It's falling down. No care in the world. And my brother was in the backyard running through the sprinklers. He thought he caused the earthquake because of that. Oh, you do? In the Texas Panhandle, you get earthquakes. Wow. Canceled the tsunami warning. Nice. Panic if I get low on it. Yeah. Oh, both of mine will start going. My husband's like, Julianne, you know, I mean, it starts jiggling this whole set. If I'm over here shaking my legs, this whole thing is jiggling. So it's no bueno. Do you know the way to San Jose? I do. Max dose. Oh my gosh. Right? I know it's not fun when you have restless legs and you can't stop them from shaking and moving. You feel them when it happens. Closer to Abilene. Oh, that's where my uncle used to live. In Abilene. Better quit talking about bees because your bees in the back listening to us. I like bees, obviously. It's not yellow jacket crochet. No. It's bee, frizzy bee. That's still not far when you think about it. A day trip. Yeah. Just a day trip. I went to visit my uncle when he lived there, and I only lasted for, we were supposed to be there for 2 weeks. I lasted like 5 days maybe. I had horrible headaches from the heat. It was like 115 degrees when I was there. And my aunt had black leather seats, and she would take me to, she liked to go antique hunting, you know, go to the little vintagey shops and stuff, and peeling my legs off of, you know, kid shorts, stuff like that, and peeling myself off every time was not much fun. Oh, it keeps you up at night. I'm lucky enough that mine is mostly during the day. A little bit right before I go to bed, maybe, but it's usually okay at night. A tremor when I lived in Tennessee woke me up out of a dead sleep. Wasn't sure what it was until it did it a second time. Wow. Time for sleep. Thank you for the nice stream. Take care, everybody. Bye, Stephen. I hope you'll come back soon. Have a lovely rest. Stephen is in Sweden, you guys, so that's why he's having to go to bed. Yeah. Earthquakes and climate change, right? Am I right? Okay. Where's my other ear? Where's my other ear? No, my cat ear. My cat ear. That's what I'm looking for. Here it is. Just double checking my size. I think I'm on the last one. What did you do to Rita? What did you do to Rita? Did you do something? Okay, I see Rita up there. Oh, Rita's in Sweden, so it's only 10 p.m. in Sweden. Well, you know, I mean, we have the time change. We were talking about that earlier, Rita. And I'm getting tired at 9:30 now. So the one in 89, I was watching the World Series. Okay. Yeah, that one was crazy. That's like the one we all remember, you know. It was the biggest one that we'd ever had. Oakland A's and someone else. Were they like stumbling on the ground? I mean, I was a kid at the time, so I don't have memories of the damage and all the things that came on with it. I have memories of just being a kid and what was happening in my day-to-day. Oh, you hit her somehow. Oops. I think she's back, so I think we're good. Oop. I clicked on her and it comes up here, you guys. I didn't know that it would do that. Hey, let's see. Let's see. I'm going to try that again. I just want to see if it works a second time. How come it worked for Rita's? How did I? Oh, wait, hang on. That says add to, oh, I figured it out, you guys. See, I'm learning eCam. Cool. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Your daughter was only a few months old, yeah. And you were 12, Michael. Yeah, I was probably, well, it was 89, right? Yeah, so I would have been 4, I guess. Because oh my God, am I 84? I was 84. I'm like doing the math. Hi, Christy. How are you? You are special, Rita. You're very special. I'm just glad I figured that out. I've seen so many people doing that on their lives, highlighting comments when they come up. I had no idea how to do it. I just literally I click on your image next to your comment on eCam, and it pops it over onto my other side here. So see, we learn something new every day. Now, if I could just figure out how to I'm trying to figure out how to use eCam to do music too in the background. And the only way I've shaboobied my way through it is to have it playing like on a tab. And then you might be able to hear it. It's, like I said, it's not the best, but I think I need the actual music files to have it play gently in the background so I can adjust the sound levels and stuff. Recovering, yeah. Oh, good, because your hand, I know your hand's in a cast right now, right? And you'll be able to crochet after Christmas. Hopefully it's not too painful when you get to the point of being able to do that, though. I actually think I need to stop just counting to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I do need to finish this row. Just making sure. That's right. Well seasoned. Yes. Hey, I liked the chat before. We were talking about flipping the dates, right? Flipping the years and stuff. Except for that would make me 4 years old, so that's not so good. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I think I need to. I messed that one up here. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So just made a PBJ because that's what we were talking about. Oh, and good. You have the bread. You have the sourdough bread. I think Camille was missing the bread. Are you taking off, Margaret? We will see you later. Oh, yeah, rotator cuff surgery. That's right. I think I told you last time my mom had that done on both shoulders. You use KindMaster to edit, and it allows to adjust volume on music. I just can't I can't filter to play it through eCam. And when I try to do that and set this other like audio source to doing that, this is probably boring for a lot of people. I'm so sorry. But it made me echo because it's listening to me too. It's not filtering out what audio source I want. So I'm going to have to Google or watch some YouTube videos, figure that out. 3 years shy of being antique. Turkey burger. Ooh, I like turkey burgers better than regular burgers. That sounds delightful. That's what I had actually last night. All right. Not vintage. That's right. We're vintage. I like that. 1989. Oh, turkey burgers. Okay. Yes. Hello, Miss C. Okay. I'm just checking, make sure I didn't miss anything. I was like, it goes fat. Hang on. I missed something fast. That makes sense. You too, Ellen. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. I'll try not to burn my kitchen. Yeah, please don't burn your kitchen down, Margaret. Please, please, please. How are your sun bunnies coming, Miss C? Miss C is trying to get 100 plushy sun bunnies crocheted, or having people make them and send them to her. So how many, what number are you at now? 2, 3. I know Kim's going to do some on her Addie, which is going to be cool. Some buddies, right? Her Addie Gurumis. Those are so cute. I keep forgetting to email you, Kim. I still want that one. Rue. I want Rue because she's too cute and she just needs to be mine. You're at 45 now. There you go. Are you including the ones people are telling you that they're making, or are you only including the ones you have in hand? That's great, though. I love it when people come together to make stuff for kids in need. That's what she's doing this for. And she's doing this for kids in Appalachia. Or is it the Appalachian Mountains or Appalachia? Geography is not my strong subject, people. Thank you, Kim. Is it the Yummi Cats? No, it's not. Are you talking about what Miss C is doing? No, hers are some bunnies. They are little plushy bunnies with long ears. And I don't know if it's, Miss C, you can let Christy know if it's your pattern or if it's somebody else's pattern. And you can probably get in contact with her even if it's something you're interested in. Good. How are you doing? Okay, we had this conversation, didn't we? It's Ricky, right? Ricky? How are you? How are you? Yeah, so they're very cute. They're super cute little things. Only the ones that have been photographed have name tags and bagged and boxed. Okay. Because I've heard a lot of people saying they're making them, so I'm just wondering, you know, how many are you actually going to have, or do you have coming your way? That's such a good idea, though. At some point, when I'm not feverishly, I was going to try to do it this year, but I don't think that's going to happen because I'm feverishly trying to make orders and things. And it sounds like as I was live, I had another order come in. So again, feverishly making orders. But when I'm not doing that, I would really like to do some sort of auction type thing where I'll raffle off some of the plushies and then the money would go to a charity, a children's charity. So that is in the future, but it's definitely something I would like to do. I just have to figure out the logistics of that. Okay, so it's your pattern and you're giving it for free to anyone who wants to make one for anyone. So if anybody's interested in making some bunnies, they're crocheted plushies and they're very cute and adorable, and Miss C is collecting them for the kids in Appalachia. So if you're interested, please get in contact with Miss C. Miss C, can you put the word drop in the chat, and Nightbot will put your channel up so people can find you. And it needs to be to her by the 10th or so. So, okay, so this is kind of on a crunch, but if there's any possibility that you could do that, that would be awesome. Okay, Kim. You know, I was going to too, but we're still hanging out, and I still had quite a few people hanging out with me, so I figured I'd just keep going. I'm working on things, so I feel like I'm still being productive. But I hope you have a good rest of your day, Kim, and I will tune in and see you tomorrow morning. Oh, awesome. You're going to make one for your great granddaughter that was just born. And Miss C, I think we've had this conversation, but you do this throughout the year, or is this only this once at the end of the year? So if people can't get it to you by the 10th, are you going to be collecting more for the future? Oh, there you go. Okay. Might just drive them up. Did a tutorial for the Somebodies. If anyone wants to watch it and make some. Yes. The Somebodies are made on the Addy. Kim did them, they're Addy Gurumis. They're very cute. And Kim put drop in there too so people can find you. If you're not already subscribed to Kim, you should, because she's awesome. She is awesome. I love hanging out with her every morning. We do coffee with Kim, so coffee's at her house. All right, so what I'm doing now is I've made the ears, I made the feet, and I made the head, but I need the yarn to make the face. So knowing that I had another order for another Piper, I'm starting another head. So you've been doing this for 4 years. So it sounds like they need to get it to you by the 10th for this year, but if they can get it to you later, then that can go for next year. And there is Fortunate Creations. That's Kim. So throw some yarn in Kim's window, please. She is awesome. We all know her here on the YouTube streets, right? And if you don't, you should. Yeah, I don't know. I get frustrated watching Kim only because I've seen her or I've heard about her needles breaking a lot, but I think it's because she's trying different yarns on the Addy, which tells her if the Addy likes them or not, right? If the Addy's needles break, then she knows that it doesn't like them like that. That didn't like the scrubby yarn. Did not like the scrubby yarn, and it broke the needle. Oh, the dinner bell rang. Okay. See you later, Miss C. Yes, Kim is lovely. I get up and I am on her lives every morning. Even if I'm lurking and listening while I make lunches for the kids, I'm there. So that's it. Yep. And Mama C. Yep. Miss C's cottage is also lovely. We have so many nice people in the community. I'm just loving being here and hanging out with everybody. So from here, so excited for your new Christmas plushies if you come out with them. That was another thing I needed to get done, Kayla. I don't know if they're going to happen this year, my dear. I wish that they would. I drew up a Christmas tree cat, and it's still sitting as a drawing. I'm trying to do 2 businesses at once, basically. I'm trying to monetize my Frizzy Bee Crochet channel and start memberships on that one for all my fun crocheters out there. And then I'm also getting the Yummi Cats brand going. So it's like chicken with my head cut off, you know? I squirrel every day. Squirrel, squirrel, what am I doing next? Guys are making me blush. Keep going, go ahead. Keep talking. Oh my goodness, I love it. Yep. I know. I had all these plans, Kayla. I really did. And I was talking about I doodled up like a gingerbread cat. Oh, I had all these things thinking you would make it Christmas tree. Yeah. I know. We'll see if I have time. But the problem is that even if I had time to design one, it's not going to be able to get to people in time. You know what I mean? Coincides with the time little one comes home from school and I've been busy. I am back watching though. Oh, good. Yeah, I know. We all have our daily lives that we gotta do too, you know. So we understand when you can't always be in the lives, but it's nice when you're able to catch them and such. I feel like that too, because I'm not able, sometimes I just don't get the notifications. That's the problem. It's not that I'm busy. It's just that I'm not getting that notification. So now if it's somebody that I try to be on their lives all the time as much as possible, I make sure that it's not only about hitting the notification bell. If you click the bell, there's one at the top that says all, and that will get you all the notifications, not just whenever YouTube feels like giving them to you, you know? So that's what I've been doing, as when I can remember to do that. But yeah, every time I'm like, I'm not getting notifications, I'll go and look, and I've hit the bell, but I haven't actually hit the all button, and that's what was the issue with it. So, what? Oh, okay. You get them, but it's afternoon in Sweden. Okay, so you're in Sweden as well. I've been finding a lot of people from Sweden since becoming friends with Shy. So she's in Sweden, and then I've met several, well, met through the YouTube streets, but I've met several people from Sweden as well. Couldn't find your Christmas tree decorations. Hubby said he may have thrown them out. How do you throw out the Christmas tree decorations by mistake? How sad. I think you need to go shopping then. Just enjoying my crochet and knit and all my other crafting and fun. Haven't gone live yet. Saw a lot of drama in the YouTube street, so it put me off. Yeah, no drama here, please. No drama. I don't like drama either. I'm all about just hanging out, having a good time. We don't need to be like getting on each other and stuff like that. As soon as the Christmas Yummi cats come out, I will probably be the first person to get one if they come out. So even if they came out, it could be Christmas in February, right, Kayla? Or Christmas in July. Isn't that when people do that? Christmas in July. Kim, I thought you had to go, and here you are. No, I'm glad you're still here. Is your hubby's name Grinch? Aww. You got laid off from work and the surgery. Both parents passed away, and my best friend all in a few years. Life can change in an instant. It sure can. Yes, it sure can. I'm sorry to hear all of that, though. That's sad. Yep. But it can also change for the better in an instant. So, just got to stay positive. And if you do decide to do a channel, I mean, that can become your thing too. So there's lots of different avenues, right? I got laid off actually the very beginning of the summertime this year. And so that's when I really started, you know what, I'm going to get my channel back going again, because I'd gotten demonetized since I hadn't been posting. I was working full time. I didn't have the time to also run a big YouTube channel, And so now I'm reworking on getting that back, but I'm getting there, guys. I was at 2,883 hours or something like that. YouTube hasn't caught up yet on the earn tab, but I'm almost to the point of getting memberships going. So I'm really excited. I just need like less than 200 hours, only 120 hours. So really close. Yeah. Don't let that make your decision, Christy. Just find those that don't like the drama and hang out with us, It would be nice to go shopping. No funds. Okay, I get that. Yep. I'll make paper chains and red Christmas flowers with coffee filters. There you go. There you go. You could do those popcorn strings, with like the little cranberry things, or omit the cranberries, because I don't think I've ever done them with the cranberries. We did one year do the popcorn though. That's right. No drama for this llama. You keep that over there. That's right. Scrap yarn ornaments. Use stuff from around the house. Craft your tree. Yep. Got some clothespins. You can make little reindeers. I remember doing that and making a picture frame with one sticking on the front there. But yeah, you got, those little paper doilies from the Dollar Tree. You could do stuff on those. Thank you. Yes, Ricky. Yes. Get me monetized again. That's right. I am so excited, you guys, not just to have members and monetization, all that stuff, and to try to contribute to our family a little bit more than I am since I'm got laid off. But anyway, basically, like, I want to get my Frizzy Bee shop going. I've been thinking of all these t-shirt designs and mugs and all these fun things to have my little character on. Which as an illustrator and an artist is just really fun. I love doing that. You know, I love drawing. So I've been sitting there doodling things up. I've got different designs already for emojis that you get to use of Frizzy Bee. So I'm really excited. Lauren Tarish, I don't know how to spell her last name, but it's the girl that writes I Survived. Oh, the I Survived series of books. Oh, I'll have to look her up. I know the books you're talking about, but I don't know what she looks like. Angels Made from Neckties, yes. Kim, do you already have the video on your channel for that, or is that one that's coming? Kindergarten Craft School, that's right. Yep. In fact, Little Treasures by Nancy had a Christmas tree, or has a Christmas tree, and she was inviting all of her friends to make her handmade ornaments. So, and if you have scrap yarn, and I have tutorials too, but like, I was even thinking like this little bee present. These are bee presents, you guys. These would be cute, right? You could make those as little ornaments. Just put a little hook on the end of them. They're like perfect size for an ornament. Am I right? Yeah. And they're like presents because they're square. They're meant to be like that. Just saying. I'm just saying. You know. It's like squirrel around here, but I remember she showed them off on the live. I didn't know if Kim had the tutorial up if people wanted to make them yet. Tons of mini marshmallows with my one good hand and added them to my dollar store decoupage cup ornaments. That's awesome. You wounded yourself. Yes, that's the one you hurt yourself on. Yeah, you're probably like, I'm not doing a tutorial anytime soon, right? I was in the UK. I saw a lot of angels made with wooden clothespins using fabric from loved ones' nightgowns or clothes they had worn that had passed away. That sounds like a great idea, a great way to use those. Yeah, I mean, those are the ones that are my favorite. Whenever we put the ornaments up, I have random ornaments that the kids have made. They've had ones that were snowflakes. They were just popsicle sticks that they put, you know, like one up, one across, you know, kind of thing. Oh, hi, Merlin. Hang on, my cat wants some love. Oh my gosh, this is Merlin. He's my tuxedo cat. He does this. He wants love, but then he doesn't. But he's purring at the same time. So anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so they would make the snowflakes, they would paint them, and then they added like glitter to them, and they are adorable, you know. Or they take the little circles that, you know, the like if you cut a tree's the arm part of the tree, like a limb, right? And you make little slices, and then you can paint on those, and those are just fabulous ornaments. Oh my God, he's making my nose itch because his hair is flying around me. Isn't he cute? He's the one that sits right next to me every time I'm working on anything at my desk. This is his territory, right? He just hangs out. Arthur's probably behind the wall on the bed. Yeah, he's I'm going to do stuff for the members too. I'm going to have some Merlin and Arthur things. Somebody was saying Merlin should have a wizard's outfit on and Arthur should have like a sword or something. Some little cartoony characters of them. Did you want to get off of me or no? See, this he secretly likes to be held. Arthur loves to be held, and he's a mush. This one though acts like he doesn't, but then when you actually get him up onto you, he'll like kind of put his claws in gently and just sort of enjoy it, you know? He's my supervisor. Yes, he's my supervisor. That's right. Crochet small snowflakes, hearts, and other small stuff to have on the tree. That's right. I bet, Kim. I bet. I'm reading backwards. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, or like invite I don't know if you have a big friends system out there. Invite your friends to make you handmade things for your tree, you know, just like Nancy did. My grandma had a cat named Guinevere and another one named Merlin. So funny. I know. We had thought about that if we got a girl that we would name her Gwen or Guinevere, and we got a boy, so we're like, Arthur. Now we've got both, and it's perfect. Although I call them Archiekins. I don't know why. Um, I think it came from what is it, the Archie show that came out a while ago. But yeah, it's just one of my weird things I do. Also had a hedgehog that used to come to her back porch daily for a saucer of milk. She had soaked bread. His name was Harry. I love that. An actual little hedgehog? Like, I mean, I know that they come from the wild, but you know, you always see them, people have them as pets and stuff, but that is adorable. Come for a little saucer of milk. Please, please, have some milk and a little saucer of milk and soaked bread. You want to get down? Oh, he's just like not, no, I'm good. My mom used to feed the squirrels peanuts from her, like, and this is back in California, but she would feed them peanuts. And I kid you not, they would wait at the door, the back door in the morning. She'd come out and they'd be like right there at the window. It started freaking her out. Oh, okay. UK, that's where you get the hedgehogs from. They're so cute. My mom loves hedgehogs, so she's got all the little hedgehogs and gnomes. It's like her thing. I've been watching this gal, and she's been making these little characters out of, she uses aluminum foil, tape, scraps of like, she'll take, you know, paper towel, she'll rip the plies apart and then dip them in glue, and basically like some sort of a almost paper mache-ish, but once it dries, it's better to paint on than the masking tape would be. So it's foil, tape, masking tape, and then the paper, right? Then you paint them, but you're building up these little characters. She makes hedgehogs. She took 20, it was like a 20-year-old brush that was made out of horsehair, clipped the bits off, and was like gluing them on and made this amazing little hedgehog out of it. I'm like, I want to do that, but that's a labor of love right there. That is a labor of love. Oh my gosh. You don't want me to do anything right now, huh? He's like, nope, this is it. That's all she wrote. I've been claimed. You have this rare silk heron where I live that usually does not live in these parts. I go there a few times a week to just watch this beauty. Oh, that sounds amazing. Scandish home. She has all mushrooms and woodland inspired items. Yeah, she would. She was on a fox kick for a while, but now she's collecting more of the hedgehogs, and gnomes are their thing. So my face is itchy because his hair is flying everywhere. Yeah, there was a place in California. There were so many places to go there. I feel like there's not as many where I'm at now, but we would go to this Japanese garden. My friend and I would take our kids. This is when my son was very small. And it basically had this beautiful heron that you would just watch it stretching out its wings and stuff. And it was by the little pond that they had there. You could feed the koi fish and do all these fun things, but the birds were just phenomenal. You just sit there watching them. Merlin is kind of like my puppy. She does that too. Yes, Merlin is hanging out with me here. Oh, I'm on my live. Oh, thank you. Oh, I got a package. Sweet. I don't know what I ordered, but I got something. Yay. Squishy, whatever it is. Did I get? Oh, I know what it is. It's a Kickstarter that I backed, you guys. Should I open it? I think it's from a gal, I believe her handle is Hartel Designs. She had a Kickstarter for frogs frog plushies, and I backed her Kickstarter, so it was successful. She got all 4 of her frog designs. This is when I was doing the Yummy Cats one. We backed each other's projects and stuff. Kim, you're still here. You can't leave, right? So you got to pick. Hers were fruit flavored. So this is why she reached out to me and she was like, hey, it'd be fun. We can, support each other, whatever. So she supported mine and I supported hers. Hers was successful. She got all 4 of them designed. So she had the strawberry one, blueberry, kiwi, and watermelon. Those were the 4 frogs. So, of course, my daughter chose. Oh, it's so cute, you guys. Hang on. So it comes with how to keep your plushie nice. Manhandle it, basically. You got to squish them up good. Hope you love your new plush. Yes. Okay. So let's see what else it comes with. It comes with the name. So this is Berry. Can you guess which one that I got? I think you can kind of see them. So Berry comes with, they each came with their own little bracelet. So I got Berry. Oh my gosh, it is so soft. I am going to ask her who her manufacturer is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Heartfelt Design. He's a strawberry frog, you guys. Look at how chunky he is. He's so cute. Wow, she's even got a little tag. Heartfelt Design Berry. What's it say? Gives his name. Oh, it even tells, oh, this is for any age. That's what it's saying. I thought it was saying what his age was. I thought it said 4, but I can't read. It's 0+ because all the details are stitched, you guys. I'm plugging her. This is Heartfelt Design. Where is it? Here it is. Go check her out, you guys. Heartfelt Design. I got Berry the strawberry frog. Oh my gosh. My daughter's going to steal him. Yes, Kayla. My daughter has not 1 elf on the shelf. Technically, she has 3. She has the 2 that have the like hard plastic face. One is Holly, one is Simon. It's a boy and a girl. And then she has a fabric like plushy one, and which that one doesn't count apparently. I mean, it counts, but it doesn't move as the other ones do. So, and Simon is quite cheeky. He likes to hide a lot. So he's all over the place. Kim's too curious. She's like, I gotta go, but I can't. I gotta go, but Julianne's looking at something. Oh my gosh. You're in Northern California, Christy. You're not too far from me. You're not too far. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything, you guys. It's so soft. This was like, so I had the manufacturer made, I had 2 different manufacturers. I almost went like this too. No, 2. I had 2 different manufacturers. One of them, I loved working with them. See, I don't want to let him down because he's so soft, you guys. He's like, he's very plushy. This is what I wanted. I wanted plushy for my Yummy Cats. They're not, you guys, I don't know if you can really tell the hair. I'm just holding them close so you can get a better idea. But you see how plushy these are? And these are not. They're soft. They're super soft, but it's a much thinner fiber that they used, right? And I was asking them to make it more like this, but they were saying they were going to have a hard time with doing the markings how I wanted. This is supposed to be like whipped cream. So they had said it wasn't going to happen. But the other manufacturers, which the faces were not as cute, but they were not as long of fabric as this one is, but they are longer. So you can kind of just see the difference. See, this one's a lot more fuzzy. So this would work too. I really liked this one. But the manufacturer was saying that they couldn't guarantee that the stitching, if they did stitching, would always align. So if you ever look into manufacturing anything, this is what you're going to come across, right? There's you have to do a lot of sample making and back and forth to try to get to get it just how you want it. And I'm not going to mass produce something unless it's like really, really good quality, because I'm not going to put something half out there. I didn't say it, you guys. I didn't say it. Hi, Jackie. Hello. You want one, Kayla? Just look her up, okay? Let me see. Hang on. Okay, get your phone out if you have one. She has a QR code, you guys. Here, I'm going to hold it up and I'll try to keep it steady. I don't know if this will work, but you guys could try it. You could see if that works. But this gives you, Instagram is at Hartel Design, harteldesign.com. There's her email. And there is the QR code. Your elf peed in a cup and said it was lemonade. Oh my gosh, Kayla, that's hilarious. Did you have any of them leave a little Hershey kiss behind too? That's amazing. Not a softened raised. Christy is at Honeybee Hedgehog Designs. I am going to watch the live while making a Yummy Cat design for you. Oh, I love that. Yes, make me things. I have my, if you guys want to send me any happy mail to unbox on the channel, just as I did with Barry, I am happy to do that. I have in my description below my P.O. box. You keep hearing a few names too, but I cannot see them. Yes, so Ricky, you're probably over on Yummy Cats. So I'm live right now on two places. I'm on Yummy Cats because I've been working on Yummy Cats and talking about Yummy Cats. And I'm also on my Frizzy Bee Crochet channel. So if you're not already subscribed to me on my Frizzy Bee Crochet channel, you should be, because we hang out quite a bit over there. Because I'm crocheting a lot. And so most of the time I'm on the Frizzy Bee channel, but if it's related to the Yummy Cats in any way, then I will also dual stream on my Yummy Cats channel. So I've got two channels, okay? That's why you're not seeing each other. It's kind of like when Kim has her lives and then she's got them streaming to Facebook as well. You know, you won't always see the comments from both, but I see both comments. That's why. You thought you're going crazy. There's been times that, was it Panda was in one? I was in one of yours, Michael, I think. It was one of the panel ones, and I was not seeing anybody's comments, and I couldn't figure out why. And it was because they were on one of your other panel members' channels. There you go. Yeah, so sometimes I might only have a few people on the Yummy Cats channel. But yeah, most of the people in the chat right now are on my Frizzy Bee channel. And Daigo's now on the Yummy Cats. You guys are like playing hopscotch here. Oh, I'm so happy with Barry. Barry's so cute. I love this. Do you want to see the other one that I did? She didn't do a Kickstarter. She did a pre-sale. But I ordered Uncomfy, is so UNCOMFY, Uncomfy. She's an artist. She does like sculpting with clay, polymer clay and such. But she had one of her designs made as a plushie, and I bought it, and I got it recently. Yes, I can see you, Christy. That's why Michael couldn't see you. Okay. Yep. So funny. You guys are all playing hopscotch. Do you want to see? I got her Maxine the goldfish. Do you want to see the goldfish? She's so cute. She has a fruit on her head. I'm just showing off all my plushies. Oh, no, you don't need the bad jacket. He's like, it's okay. I don't know who Christy is. Who's Christy? See, and now Daigo can see Kayla because Kayla's over on my Yummy Cats channel. She's one of my Yummy Cats fans. So, can I show you my goldfish? Anybody want to see a cute little goldfish with ginormous eyes? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm doing show and tell right now. This is how we roll. And I'll show you something else that I made that's not my pattern, but I'm very excited about it. Okay, here's Maxine the goldfish. You guys, you ready for cuteness overload? So she actually gives you instructions to put it in the dryer for like 20 minutes because she's like vacuum sealed, you know? So she came out and she's like, oh my God, I've been stuck in there for ages. Look how cute this, look at the face, you guys. I can't. Just keep swimming. Oh my gosh. I just can't. I'm such a kid, you guys. I'm such a kid at heart. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I mean, I think I get more excited about these than my children do. You know? It's adorable. It's a pillow. I mean, it's a goldfish with huge eyes. I mean, yeah, you can't go wrong, right? She's so cute. Yeah, so she had pre-orders a while ago and then they sold out and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I just need one of her in my life." And she showed off the different, you know, I will not call them I'll spell it so they don't hear REJECTS's. I will not call it out because they can hear me. But anyways, so she was showing off all the different ones. I mean, some were huge and they were very wonky donkey, you know, and then there was Maxine and I was like, oh my gosh, I need her. So she did a second round of pre-orders. I'm like, yeah, she's coming home with me. The north end of the south swimming fish does nothing for me. The north end of the south swimming fish. Okay, so this is not your jam. That's okay, Missy. Let me showcase another adorableness. This again is not my pattern, but I crocheted it. This is the one I showed it off in some of my lives, so I apologize if this is a repeat. But this is Peppermonte, the ginormous peppermint snail. It is so amazing and snuggly. I mean, look how big it came out, you guys. It's huge. Spun all the way around. Yeah, so this is Garden Hoe Market. Is the gal on Etsy, and you can get the pattern for this big giant guy. But yes, this is Peppermonte, the peppermint snail, and he is amazing. I love him. My 10-year-old granddaughter loves plushies. Yeah, my kids do too. Okay. Yeah, fill me in later, Michael. I think I might know, but yes. Yeah, Ricky, do you crochet or no? But this snail is amazing. It's a labor of love too because it's so big. And I frogged it a couple times. I had some issues, but we got them all fixed up. So he could come out at Christmas time, and you could have a big red bow to his neck with bells. Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So this was meant to be a pillow for Christmas. That's why that was predominantly my reason for making it was because I needed more Christmas pillows, and I'm like, well, why don't I make my own? And so yeah, I was like, okay, this Shy, my friend Shy, who came on the channel for an interview, you guys, you should watch it if you didn't. But anyway, so she told me about it. And so I went and grabbed the pattern and I finished mine first, but it's only because she ran out of stuffing. Poor thing. I'm like, if you didn't live in Sweden, I have 10 pounds of stuffing in my garage that I would be happy to share, you know? But, oh, no worries. I will be at your live, Michael. We're playing live hop today. So I will see you over at your live very shortly here. I don't have a tutorial, Ricky. Maybe, you know, I'm going to have her actually, she's already agreed to come on my In the Hive series that I started with Shy, who I was talking to you about. So she's going to come on the channel and we can, you know, ask her all the things that we're curious about. All of her things are snail related. So she changes how the shell looks. She'll do collections. So she has like a Christmas collection and it's got like a little mug of cocoa. There's one that's called Timbert and it's a like upside down tree on the back. So they're all themed, right? And then she's got a fall series of snails, but they're all the patterns with images. So she does more pictorial, not I don't think she has a YouTube channel. So if it's something that she would want me to help her with, I can always do that, but it's not my pattern. So that would definitely be something I'd have to talk to her about. But yeah, I'm sure that there are a lot of people that would love to have tutorials. So maybe she will do one, you know? Yeah, so cute. Okay, what did I miss? Daigo says she's into anything pug. Yes, pugs are one of those. They're so cute, but they're also like, I don't even want to say, they're kind of like the ugly cute, right? Kind of like a bulldog or anything else. Sometimes the eyes are all over the place, but it's like part of what makes them endearing to people. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Michael had to leave. All right, I have a sign off. Emily's taken off. No worries. Thank you so much for coming, Emily. It was nice to have you here. See you next time. And I think I saw you making that. Yes. Yeah, so I had trouble getting the colors to line up. And no, I did not see your snail, Miss C. So I would love to see your snail. The pattern is available, Ricky. It's at let me see. She's on Etsy. And so if you go to Etsy and you look up Garden Home Market, I'm putting it in the chat, and Peppermonte Snail is the name of that one. He's the big old Peppermonte snail. I totally lost my train of thought, you guys. Yes, the colors. So it was because there was one part on the pattern. So she's very good at, she has testers and everything, and she had testers for this one, but for whatever reason, this one row it was saying to do the red when you should do the white and the white when you should do the red. And so that was the row that broke my line. And I wasn't sure if it was just me because of it being a different kind of yarn than she used. Mine is very fluffy yarn, so it still touches the line, but it still felt broken to me. And so I tried it twice and I could not, it just wasn't right. And so I messaged her. That's how I started talking with her. I messaged her and she was like, oh my gosh, I am so glad you let me know. And we fixed it. I redid it and it was perfect. So it wasn't even the numbers. It was just the way she has the pattern. She underlines the ones that you need to do in red and doesn't underline the ones that you do in white. And so that was, the underline was under the wrong number. It was such a tiny little thing, but it broke the line for it. So no worries. Nice chatting with you too, Christy. I hope you can tune in again next time and hope your hand feels better. But yeah, I'll probably sign off here in just a few minutes, and that way there's a little bit of time before everybody else. I know there's quite a few lives going on in about an hour or so, so we'll just hang out here for a little bit longer. Yes, it's the ugly cute. You gotta love dogs like that, right? Like the hairless dog that's got like only a little bit of frizziness on his head and then bug eyes, but he's missing hair everywhere else, you know? Or the Bingus cat, as my son likes to call it, the hairless cat. Which was originally why I made Sprinkle, you guys. But it wasn't Sprinkle. It was going to be a Bingus cat or a hairless cat. And then when I was looking at it in the colors, and I thought, you know what? That reminds me of birthday cake ice cream. And so that's when the Yummy Cats came about. Yeah, saved it. I'm not allowed myself to start anything new at the moment. You've got too many things on your hooks, Ricky. What are you working on? I wanted to. I tried to get in on her last testing call, which was for the smaller Christmas line that she had, because at the time I didn't have any orders and I was kind of had some projects, but I was like, I just need these in my life. I need these snails. And so Yeah, but she had so many people. She had like 400 people want to be her tester, so I didn't make the cut. Maybe next time though, you know. I told her, I'm like, anytime you need a tester, let me know. I'm happy to take a look. I catch like random things like that, you know. It's not the only pattern I've caught stuff on, and sometimes like when I did the high crochet, the I don't know if you guys remember the lotus fan. There was a typo in that pattern too. And it was not a big thing like on its own, but the problem was is it made you lose a whole leaf because of the count being off. And so when you're trying to stretch it around the fan, the metal of the fan, it wouldn't stretch around. It was just way too tight, and so I had to completely frog it back down to where the green leaves were and then redo that part. Too many blankets, a cobweb top, sweaters for my dog that is too cold in winter, socks, and way more than I'd like to admit. I know, I'm right there with you. I have so many projects going. I have like the projects that I'm working on, like I actually have them in bags around me, and then I have the projects that are in the closet that I haven't been working on, but need to be worked on and need to get finished. So I'm right there with you. I'm pretty sure I've probably got over 20 whips that need to be finished. It's kind of a problem. And then what do? I buy more yarn and I start another project. So is what it is, but we'll get to them, right, Ricky? We'll get to them eventually. I like to think anyway. Oh my goodness. Well, anyways, we've been going for 3 hours, you guys, and I had that hour live ahead of time. So it's been a 4 hours live. And I haven't eaten lunch. It's 2 o'clock for me. So even though I know there's 18 people here, if you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, the Freezy Bee Crochet channel, where I do crocheting and I have lots of chat hangout sessions. We drink our coffees and do that together. Or over on my Yummy Cats channel, if you love my little ice cream flavored Yummy Cats. I've got Doe hanging out with me right here. This is Doe. But I've got them, they're all over. I'm got Yummy Cats out my ears, you guys. I love them though. But anyways, yeah, check out Yummy Cats as well. Actually, Nightbot just dropped the link. It probably heard me talking. So wherever you subscribe to, I would love for you to be here with me next time I go live. And yes, we're all normal with all the things. I need to go eat. I do. I should. All I've had is a little tiny brownie this morning and a lot of coffee. I'm telling you, I survive on coffee alone. Oh, anyway, but I have had so much fun, you guys, and I can't wait to pop in again tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll be painting again. So we did our peppermint piper here today. Yes, it's been so much fun. I'd love to just keep hanging out with you guys and chatting, but I'm actually starting to get a headache because I haven't eaten anything, I think. And that's telling me that I need to take care of myself. I cannot be live all day, even though I would love to. I would love to just stay and hang out with you guys all day, believe me. But I must take breaks. So that's what I'm going to do. And I will be back again, like I said, tomorrow. We will have day 6. So we'll pick the word out from our Advent at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see what the word of the day is. I'll be painting and hanging out, and we'll just do this again. So, yeah. Thank you, Missy. I'm so happy to know you, too. I love hanging out with you. Coffee as food. That's it. Coffee as food. That's got to be on a shirt, right? I'll have like Frizzy drinking a cup of coffee. It's just coffee as food. That's all I need. All right. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much again. Don't forget to hit those likes, subscribe, notification bell, all the things, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.